Begin broadcast. Humble Among broadcast system number 135. How's everybody doing tonight? Been a little bit over a week. I've been doing these a little bit less sporadically. My apologies. I've been very busy trying to just do these when it makes sense to do them. As you guys know, I've never really held a schedule down on this shit. What's up, y'all? I want to shout out Uncle Buckle and Scotty Dub being in the chat early. Positive vibes to Uncle Buckle. Says he's in the ER still on the broadcast. Uncle Buckle says he's in the ER still on the broadcast. I don't know. Just explosive. Oh, never mind. Explosive diarrhea for 9 days. Time to get probed. Yeah, well, positive vibes to Uncle Buckle. We love you, dog. That's a good motherfucker right there. We got some really tight footage of Uncle Buckle in action coming down when I dropped the Juggalo Ohio 2 footage and shit. That shit's going to be tight. Happy birthday to Will. I see you in here. Whoop, whoop. Shouts out to Wilco Masco. Yeah, we got a lot of shit to talk about tonight. Emily's going to join me in a little bit. This is not just solo, stale-ass Humble Among. I know y'all are sick of just me being on here. So we got Emily doing her makeup right now. So Emily will be joining me shortly. But first, we're going to break down a couple of ICP appearances. Violent J was on the Willie D podcast, Willie D Live, I believe it's called. Willie D of the Geto Boys. That dropped today, I think. Boy, that was a listen. We're gonna break down quite a bit of that. I got a couple of clips I'm gonna play you of that. Then ICP was also on Danny Brown show, the Danny Brown podcast, the Danny Brown show on your mom's house network. Both the Willie D and Danny Brown podcast taped around the same time, probably within a week of each other when ICP was in Texas doing Juggalo weekend. Finally, both of them dropping. Yeah, I'm going to break both of those down and talk a little bit about the DeadBugSays documentary, specifically how that relates to Jay and some of the stuff he said in the Willie D podcast. I need a bottle of water, though. So give me 1 second. We're going to put it on this screen. Boom. Do the cool little transform. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Now we're chopping. All right. Much better. Much better. Okay. What should I do first? Should I do the Danny Brown show or should I do the Willie D stuff? I think I'm going to do This is tough. Nice Irish lad with the $10 super chat. Thank you, dog. Hey, Humble, loving the show, man. Whoop, whoop. Mad motherfucking wicked clown love. Thank you, nice Irish lad. That'll help me make my minimum for the month. Getting a little tough this month. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That'll help me make the minimum payout for this Juggalo YouTube account of mine. What do you guys think? Should I do the Willie D interview or should I do Danny Brown first? Willie D gets a lot heavier. Do Danny. All right, I'm gonna do Danny. I saw Dungeon Mensch say I should do Danny. That's more the order that it dropped in. Yeah, and then I can talk about the DeadBugSays of it all at the end. Let's do it that way. That makes sense. Open link. Because I am gonna play a couple of things for y'all from this, which will likely get me a copyright strike because your mom's house is a fucking motherfucker. Here, we'll just leave it right there for now, and I'll just when it's time, it's time. So first of all, Let's see. We'll put this up here so you don't stare at goofy old me. All right. So, yeah, it opens with a clip of them sitting down, and Jay asks about living in Austin now. Danny says he does still have a studio in Detroit, so he does still own property in Detroit. Danny apologized right off the bat, though. They open and Danny apologizes for the 2021 gathering of the Juggalos incident. Jay seems to think it was last year for some reason. We're going to go right into that first, because I do want to play that clip. Oh.
Get it out the way. I want to fucking apologize to you guys. I seen Shaggy after that, but I want to apologize for my behavior at that. But that was like, I mean, no excuses, but that was like the
man, you're talking about the gathering, brother.
I know.
We got to go back just a little wee bit here.
Yeah, I know, and I gotta get it out the way. I want to fucking apologize.
Yeah, I want to get Jay saying it was last year.
The family in the building, man. How y'all brothers doing? ICP, man. The legends, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming through, man. It's fucking beautiful every time I see y'all, man. I almost feel like every medium or something I always did always got you guys.
And Danny's so cool because he really does show nothing but respect to the clowns, man. That's what I told Danny when I met him at the 2021 gathering before this whole incident went down. I told him, like, it's so fucking dope that you're here just on some, like, Detroit shit, like some Detroit respect shit. And he's like, you already know what it is, man. Like, yeah, shouts out to Danny.
So that makes it so fucking great, man.
We appreciate the love. And you changed it. You did the gathering like last year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he says last year. It was 2021 this happened.
And I got to get it out the way. I want to fucking apologize to you guys. I seen Shaggy after that, but I won't.
Yeah, he goes right to Shaggy after the incident. If you guys don't know what the incident was, Danny Brown was at the gathering of the Juggalos performing on main stage right before ICP last night of the gathering of the Juggalos 2021. He's the last act before ICP. He goes up, and I've seen Danny live a handful of times. He was not, something was off, right? I was actually filming Danny's set, and I was planning on filming the whole fucking set, but something just didn't fucking feel right about that set. So I actually stopped filming that shit. I stopped filming it and kind of regretted it because I wanted to have footage of the freak out afterwards, but in a way it was like the universe almost telling me, like, don't film this shit. But what ended up happening is dude threw a temper tantrum, essentially on stage, said the gathering of the Juggalos sold out. He wasn't happy with the crowd's reaction, which the crowd was really low energy. That was the day Jay had announced to everybody that he has AFib, has heart failure, and it was really a somber vibe that day across the whole gathering after that announcement. Plus, it's last day. The energy just wasn't there in the crowd, and Danny got a little upset, compared us to Coachella, threw the mic in the crowd, and apparently hit somebody in the chest with the microphone, and then just walked off. He later went on to admit that this was something that he just kind of does. I actually sent a few questions into the Danny Brown Show podcast, and he answered one of them, two of them, I think. And he ends up saying that this is just something that he used to do at the gathering. Not even just at the gathering, at festivals in general, he would do this shit where if he felt like he didn't want to perform the whole set, or if he wasn't feeling the vibe, or if he was a little too fucked up on stage, which I think was really the case that was going on in this incident. He would just fucking act like he weren't feeling it and leave the stage. So this is what happened at the gathering of the Juggalos. That's what he's apologizing
for my behavior at that. But that was like, I mean, no excuses, but that was like the
man, you're talking about the gathering, brother.
I know, and my alcoholism.
You think nobody cares, man, at the gathering. I'm saying, man, like, all I'm trying to say is no apologies needed.
I
He's about to say his alcoholism, which Danny, I think, is coming up on a year sober.
I can relate to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I come off long line of drinking heavily and all that shit, too, so I totally understand.
Yeah, I was just not the best representation for myself, so I definitely
figured.
apologize to you guys.
Yes,
hope Danny comes and does a redemption set. I really hope he comes and does a redemption
the
set.
Juggalos and Juggalettes out there, man. It wasn't me on my best
Juggalos
behavior.
love you all the same, man.
But that was just like
Not everybody. There's definitely people out there that are still a little bit pissy about this Danny Brown situation. I know that for a fact. But I would like to see him come back and do a redemption set. I know on MUJ we were talking about that and saying that he probably would have to do a nighttime show. I kind of agree with that, but I still would like to see him come back and do a set.
I was at the edge at that time, man. I'm really great that I went and got help for it though.
Yeah, that's the shit,
So
man. Hell yeah.
I'll be a year sober.
Yeah, coming
Good,
up on
man.
a year.
Congratulations.
April.
Hell yeah. Awesome,
That's
man.
what's
Hell
up.
yeah.
Went to rehab, did that whole thing.
All right, that's about it. If I play too much of that shit, that's gonna get me fucking copyright striked for sure. So yeah, Danny says he's a year sober, coming up on a year sober. Says he thinks it saved his life getting sober. Shaggy says he likes to still go to AA meetings. Jay says he hates AA meetings, NA meetings, because it just reminds him of using, and he's just so done with the shit he doesn't even want to be reminded of it. Danny doesn't even smoke weed anymore. Says it made him better in the studio and that he is working on a new album. Oh shit, we're gonna talk about it, I guess. Jug Talk says that boy Humble left Earth on Jug Talk 2, the album. Wait until y'all hear it. I guess we're gonna talk about it. I was gonna keep that under wraps a little bit, but I guess we'll talk about it when I show the cover art. I'll talk about that a little bit, Mikey. What's up, everybody? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. What's up, Nick? Hope you're doing well, homie. Positive vibes to Nick Bazaar. Hopefully you're doing well, homie. Let's see. Smoking anymore. He doesn't smoke weed anymore. Says he thinks he made him better in the studio, working on the new album. Danny asks about working with Esham. He says, I saw you were working with Esham recently. Apparently Danny doesn't know the history of ICP and Esham working together quite a bit over the years, but he was excited about it because Danny got a little bit of history with Esham and the red tape. Danny says being around ICP when they recorded Clownin', When I'm Clownin', was like being around superheroes. DJ Florida, come on, Humble Among. Hell yeah. Whoop, whoop. I appreciate you, Humble Among. I appreciate you, Michelle. Thank you for always showing love, Michelle. Yeah, they talk about accepting that they're old school and now they're more successful than ever. They talk about Vanilla Ice's career, his success these days, and how... No, but we do. Boy, his billboards are something else. If you're ever driving around, is it just East Coast or?
I'm not sure.
I feel like we see him on the East Coast a lot, right?
Midwest.
Are you sure? I feel like it was when we were going down to like Maryland and shit. We saw one. There's one in like Connecticut, right?
Like Pennsylvania, deep Connecticut, going to New York, but driving into the Midwest.
Yeah, there's all these billboards we've been seeing. There's at least 2 or 3 of them we've seen.
A lawyer, an air conditioner.
Yeah, all these like goofy businesses, like a lawyer, an air conditioning service, that Vanilla Ice is just like on billboard. His likeness is on billboards of. Let me know in the chat if you've ever seen a strange Vanilla Ice billboard. Cody Manson released a diss track towards Ouija and Darby called Cobra Semen, someone said in the chat. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. That's the most I'm going to talk about it here. I probably shouldn't even have read that chat. It's a pretty, I listened to it. I will say that it's a pretty weak diss. In my opinion, it's a pretty weak diss. I just wanted to collab with you, dog, because I wanted to do it for the fans. Okay, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to talk much more about it than that. I have a lawyer with a Hulk Hogan parody billboard. That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. What happened with Jay is Lama Nama Numi. By the way, I love saying your name. The Willie D podcast, when we get into the Willie D podcast, it's old news. Jay was talking about it like it was new news. It's old news. It's something I talked about all the way back on Humble Among broadcast system number 48, 49, the one called Gatekeeping. Hold on, I just searched it. I just searched my notes to see the last time I talked about it. Humble Among broadcast system number 48, Gatekeeping, from July 29th, 2022, or at least that was the last time I accessed that note. That's the last time we talked about it, but I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm breaking down the Danny Brown show right now. Yeah, they talk about Vanilla Ice's success, legacy artists being able to tour these days. Jay talks about feeling blessed to witness the birth of hip-hop in his lifetime, seeing it develop in his lifetime. Danny says he's a second-gen hip-hop baby, and hip-hop was always around in his lifetime. Here's the thing, Danny Brown's not that much younger than the Insane Clown Posse. Shaggy's, what, 48, 49? Jay's 51. Danny just turned 40 last year. He might be 41 now. So yeah, Danny's only like 40, 41. So he's only like 10 years behind them. But yeah, Danny says he's a second gen hip hop baby. Hip hop was always around him when he was growing up. New music and how it has a quick shelf life these days, which I agree with. Jay says he's inspired by young people killing it. They let's see, they do some Ask Danny questions, this is a segment of the Danny Brown show where fans send in questions and Danny answers them. This is the segment I've gotten a few ICP questions in during this segment. There's a dude whose ex keeps pulling up on him at his favorite bar, and he's asking for advice. Does he keep going to the bar? What does he do? Because his ex just keeps going to his... And they're just basically like, dude, just keep going to your fucking bar. Live your life. Move on. Don't let what she does fucking stop you from going to your favorite fucking bar, dude. Someone asks about what it's like being interviewed by Nardwuar. Shaggy says that that Nardwuar digs to find the most obscure shit possible about you. Yeah, that's his gimmick. Danny can't remember his interview because he was too fucked up on Molly at the time. He can't even remember doing the interview. Jay says Jay almost brings up his weird beef that he had with Nardwuar for a period of time. If you guys don't know the history or lore about that, ICP bar interview, and Jay apparently was under the impression that Nardwuar lets you keep everything that he shows you, but he only lets you keep some of the things he shows you. So some of those things in that interview, there was one thing in particular, I forget what it was. Jay wanted to take it. Jay wanted to bring it home with him because he thought it was a gift, but then Nardwuar was like, no, that's not a gift, that's from my collection, I'm taking that. So Jay went on one of the Patreon streams, I think it was Twitch at the time, and completely talked shit about Nardwuar being fronting with his gifts and shit. And Nardwuar, I think, made a response to it. So almost had beef with Nardwuar. That would have been one of the strangest beefs that the Insane Clown Posse ever had. I think you could almost say it happened because it's like there was a back and forth with it. Danny says he might have to bring back his old haircut. I wish he fucking would, dude. I love that asymmetrical fucking haircut. Do your research on me having a fucking asymmetrical Karen style haircut back in the day. Y'all be fucking y'all haters of mine be doing photoshops of me with a Karen haircut. You could just do some more research and find me with an actual Karen haircut if you really wanted. There's an ad break right about here. A lot of ads. There's like 3 ads in a row on this bitch. And sure enough, I did notice that Your Mom's House offers all episodes these days with ad-free broadcasting. So, yeah, there's a lot of ads on these Your Mom House fucking shows these days. 21-year-old sends in a question. He just went through a breakup. This actually was confusing. I couldn't tell if this was a he or a she. They just went through a breakup and questions if they will ever get pussy again. Says that they are at a crossroads. I guess it is a he. I have he multiple times in here. Danny says he was getting pussy at 21 and cannot relate to this question. Jay says he doesn't even understand the question. What is he even saying? There's only one direction. There is no crossroads. Keep going towards pussy. Shaggy says, give your number out to mad bitches and eventually one will bite. Shaggy apparently played the number game back in the day. Jay says there's an art to not giving a fuck, and that you should not be an incel. Good advice from Violent J. Man, what is this? There's a man-ho who asks, should he tell, this was the one I got confused with. Should he tell his mom's girlfriend, No, wait, I'm have that backwards. His girlfriend's mom. Should he tell his girlfriend's mom how they met and that he was a man-ho? Like, and they're just basically like, why does she even have to know? Why do you even have to tell her? Anyway, they get into some music questions now. Danny asks, what have they been listening to lately? Shaggy says he just turns on new music playlists and listens to that shit. Jay says he mostly listens to 90s grunge. Unless they're making a record, then he's listening to the record they're making. Shaggy also likes the 80s rap channel. Top favorite artists of all time. Shaggy says it's a hard question because how do you even pick? Scarface versus Ice Cube gets brought up. Jay says he loves Scarface, but Ice Cube is better. Of course he says that. Yeah, Jay spoke on incels. Can you believe that shit? He said, do not be one. I agree. Do not be an incel. Let's see. Oh, this is a dope part. I'm going to play you this clip. 2540. They talk about Ice Cube paying for an Ice Cube feature. And years later.
Cook Unity is a direct-to-chef market.
No. All right, let's try that.
I'm gonna put, and I love Scarface. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with Cube.
Yeah.
Because of Cube storytelling.
Yeah.
Even though Scarface murdered it in the original Scarface story, for the most part, Cube is just, I think, a little more diverse.
Yeah,
That's
you bust
how I
out
feel.
shit like
Yeah,
Summer
I think-
Vacation and Ghetto Vet and shit like that.
Yeah, come on. Let's get to it.
I think
Like,
Cube to me.
I know I love Scarface so much.
Where's
I
the
love the
story?
Geto Boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm
All right,
saying.
you know what I'm
to
saying?
me, I would only way I could
Why are my time codes so off?
a little bit. Sometimes I think about is like, because he had a lot of social commentary, and then it was just what was going on. He was really telling, like, what was really going on out there in LA at that time, and just
I'm a whole minute
it was
behind,
just
that's
a bunch
why.
of shit, But them two, like,
That's how you know they're two
Yeah.
of the greats because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has that debate. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you can't win with that one.
There's
It's a
a
dope
time we
story.
offered Ice Cube $100,000 to do a verse with us.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he turned it. He passed on it, and probably 7 years later, he did it for free.
Yeah. Dope.
So they offered Ice Cube $100,000 to do a verse on an ICP song. He said no, but 7 years later they ended up doing it for free. That's dope. Let's see. They say they have a song with Scarface too. Where the fuck did that go? They referenced the Geto Boys being reunited on the record for the first time. That was the first they got Geto Boys to reunite for the first time on an ICP record. The OG, well, not technically all the OG, but the core three members, goddammit. They talk about Scarface touring with a band. Danny asked what their favorite wedding songs are, which this is an odd question. Butterflies by Michael Jackson gets brought up though immediately. Shaggy's wedding, he told the DJ that the DJ could play something other than Michael Jackson every third song. That's how much Michael Jackson was at Shaggy's wedding. What was their first concert? It was either Sir Mix-a-Lot or Boogie Down Productions. Both of those concerts were at the Washington Theater, now the Royal Oak Music Theater. Jay tells a story about the Mix-a-Lot show, though. Jumpsteady told Jay to read Malcolm X's autobiography, and in it, he was at the section where they were talking about the Nation of Islam and them thinking that white people are the devil, which they are. Mix-a-Lot starts throwing records into the crowd, and a Nation of Islam guy is going for the same record that Jay is going to grab. And Jay kind of is like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to let him have it. The guy gets it, though, and he goes and taps Jay on the shoulder and gives Jay the record. And on the way out, Jay saw the same guy beating the shit out of someone. Shaggy talks about fights at rap shows, but the most violent show he's ever been to was Journey. That's come up several times on this show. Jay tells a story about MC Breed performing with Ice Cube and Geto Boys, and basically the crowd just fucking losing their shit when he came out. How these old Detroit rap shows would be sort of just mishmash. They would just sort of put rappers together just because they were rappers, so they would have them perform together. Lots of local Detroit talk here. Detroit's Most Wanted, the New Dance Show, a local Detroit music show, They talk about strip club ads being played during the new dance show. Lots of local Detroit rapper talk. There's a rapper called The Box, the radio DJ Mojo. They talk about a little bit. Danny asks how many years has there been at the gathering. Let's see. Jay says they're about to have their 24th. And I have a time code here, so let's play it. Let's see why I have that time code. Steven, you do this every damn time, and it's a problem every damn time. 3510. Where is it?
Say somebody just don't know how to do it, you know.
So how many years has been of the gathering?
Fuck. Since 1990?
We're about to have our 24th.
Our first EP came out in 91.
God damn, man.
Boy.
It's such a blessing for me to be able. I always tell people this is one of the best festivals I've ever been a part of. And I've been to all of them, man. But just because of the camaraderie that's there and the way, it's because it's love. It's a family. You know what I'm saying?
24th one.
Everybody there taking care of each other type shit. You know, you go to most of these festivals, everybody, it's like fucking Royal Rumble. Every man for themselves type shit.
Yeah. What did you think of, just interrupt, what would
that really is accurate as fuck.
think of Kanye with that sample, the Kanye song with the Backstreet Boys or whatever?
Oh, they didn't even clear.
Oh, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to play that clip of Danny saying that he gives the gathering props to people out in the wild. Yeah, Jay asked Danny what he thought about the Kanye Backstreet Boys song you heard just there. Jay says he hated that shit. They talk a little bit about sampling. Steven, why are you doing this? They talk a little bit of, Steven, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to murder you. Why are you doing that? That's so distracting, dog. Cat. Let's see. Yeah, they talk about how these days you can get the stems from programs and shit with sampling. Freestyles, 37 minutes in. What is this? I took these notes so long ago, I do not remember.
If somebody would come in, be like, bring a record in. Can you get just the vocals off this record? Be like, what are you, stupid?
MPC,
of course not.
The MPC is actually...
Now you can.
They
You can
actually
get the hi-hats off of that bitch if you want. You know, it's
MPC,
crazy.
I can't wait for that shit to come out, because it's definitely going to change sampling. It's going to take it to another level.
It's already out.
I mean, I know they got it on Serato, but
Serato,
putting it out for MPC too.
That's insane, man.
So just to be able to fucking... Because it'd be a lot of times where I sample some shit and I'd be like, damn, man, I wish I...
We're going to get to the actual freestyles here. This guy is fucking something else. I want to play you this.
So yeah, since we got it, let's see some freestyles. Since we got the homies in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Let me hear you bust a free.
So on the Danny Brown show, there's rappers who send in their freestyles. I had to play you guys this first one.
Style.
If you haven't seen the clip,
I always get some freestyles up on here, man, but sometimes they be good, man.
Someone done stuck the dick in Crazy Will back in the 90s, but it came in amazing, but they forgot to name me, so I need to name Danny shit.
He's rapping?
I didn't know what the fuck is. And I'm as ill as a withdrawal from an A-ball, and be petting them up pussy named Delmar for about a minute and a half, and the same time span it took me to room 100 club, shoving these bitches, nappy or set wet out of Nashville. You just walked up in the bus store, shut, and all I had was a pill. Didn't want to break in, didn't want to get you killed, that'd be fucked up. That's some white people shit.
By the way, you notice how notice the edit he did in the back that is referencing his really slick bars.
Don't know what it is. You want to try it? Got it from a sketchy dude in a crowd. I bought him a
freestyle. He wrote that shit.
Tried to go back inside, but they wouldn't let me in. All I wanted was a shirt, man, but it was too late. Speaking of public shot to Kanye, give Danny back his money. His refrigerator still ain't running. And there's too much shit going on in 2022 for Siki Socky Toppies and Pepto Bismol suits. So late the flow, rest in piece of shit for the crack.
See, rappers, you got to have at least a flow. Try to flow it.
That's hard to listen to. That's real hard to listen to, man. No.
For the pigs can't smell the weed. Air Fisher got the bleach for the banana.
He's just trying to fit as many words in as fast as he can.
The banana, bring the hand into chopping away, cross up into the stage, try to get Danny a hickey and get.
Oh, did you see Diant Word swinging his meat whistle around? I think Danny just got triggered.
Hey, but I'd be fucking in London, be finding a way of saying you put a shop in something, plain man.
Why is he throwing subs at Danny like that with the Diant Word shit?
Yeah, that was like a K-hole. Yeah, that's like being in a K-hole right there. Just say random shit like
if somebody's flow.
I love Danny comparing that shit to a K-hole. That shit's funny. All right, I had to play that. Sorry, my apologies. My apologies to everyone. The second one is better, but I'm not gonna play you that one because fuck that shit. Jay says their entire career people want to flow for them, and they always say no. Do not flow for me. Put that shit on a beat, record it, then maybe try to give me a CD. And we're going to say no to that too. The homie test. This is something that's been brought up on here before. ICP's brought this up before. Here's what you do. You take your song and you give it to a homie. And then you have that homie play the song for another homie that you don't know or that doesn't know you. That's the real test. That's the real test to see if you got some fire-ass music. That's the homie test. They then spin the wheel, which is another returning segment on the Danny Brown show. They both expressed how much they like being with each other. Huh? Shaggy and Jay, I guess? They talk about slinkies for a little bit. They describe what a slinky is, and Danny says it's crazy what used to entertain us. Jay says he needs an iced out slinky. That's about it. They plug the gathering again in the Shaggy Show stream on Twitch. Jay plugs his Instagram, and Shaggy plugs his tours. Now, let's get into... Ooh. No, I don't want to be in full screen. Let's get out of that. Oh my God, what am I doing? So let's get out of Danny. And now we're gonna do Willie D. Now this is the meat and potatoes of tonight's show. So Willie D, the Willie D live podcast. There's a clip of this on YouTube. If you wanna peep the whole thing, though, I listen to it on Spotify, and that's when I'm gonna play these clips from. I don't know if a full episode of this is coming out. It seems that the Willie D live YouTube channel drops a lot of clips. And then maybe eventually drops the whole episode in video form. So I would say go ahead and just listen to the full thing on the, don't wait, because you might end up waiting for like a fucking week or something. I'm going to play you some clips from this. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's long. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. Wait, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's an hour and 40 minutes long. So I'm going to go through this, hit some of the most important stuff, but I'm not going to play you everything, obviously. Willie D opens the show asking about Jay's health. Jay says he had heart failure, but he had a procedure called afibrillation. Aortal fibrillation. And he says it's now like it never happened. And it could be like that for 6 to 7 years, or it could flip back to the way it was at any point, Jay is saying. Doctor says he has to take it easy, so that means no more fighting. He did a concert after this diagnosis, and he realized he could perform. Jay says he does have to take blood thinners, and that a blood clot could happen at any minute. He then tells a story that nobody knows about, which the details of this story no one did know about. I did talk about this on Humble Among Broadcast System 48, fucking a while ago now, man. That's like 2 years ago now. 2 years ago, I talked about this shit. This almost happened to Jay 2 years ago. This is crazy. I'm going to play you this clip. 3 minutes in, he's going to tell a story. This goes on for a little bit, but I'm going to interject, obviously.
He knows, okay? The heart failure thing, he knows. Okay, take a blood thinner because a blood clot could develop at any minute, you know? See, people don't know this, you know? But I'm going to tell you something nobody knows, okay? The heart failure thing, I had that procedure. My heart is beating regular like it always has. There's, you know, I see a cardiologist. They're just maintaining everything's still going on good. Everything's looking great, you know. Take that blood thinner just in case, you know what I mean, or whatever, you know. But what people don't know is I fucking got pneumonia, right?
Now this is the part. This is the part I talked about 2 years ago on Humble Among Broadcast System 48, gatekeeping. He had a really serious bout of pneumonia and was on life support for 11 days. That's what I have in my notes from 2 years ago.
And what happened was, I'm sitting at the house, and
all this is new though. This part is new.
All of a sudden, I'm super weak. Like I'm walking to the studio or just walking to the kitchen. I'm like, damn, I feel weak. You know what I mean? I wonder if it somehow flipped worse than it was. You know what I'm saying? My heart flipped back worse, but worse. Or some, why am I feeling all weak, you know? And then I started just to get up, to get to the bathroom, I'd be like, and I was like, okay, something's wrong, you know what I'm saying? So then I was like, I'm gonna go to the hospital. So to pack a bag, right, for the hospital, because I knew I was probably gonna be there. I thought something's wrong with my heart, something's wrong with my heart, you know, that's where I kept thinking. I'm packing a bag. It took me 3 hours to pack the bag, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like winded. When I say blowing up, I mean winded, you know what I'm saying? Finally, I somehow made it to the porch. And I looked at my truck and I was like, there's no fucking way I'm making it there. You know what I'm saying? I called 911, right? Ambulance came. Nobody knows this shit. Ambulance came. Put me in the ambulance. I passed out on the way. I was on life support 5 days.
It's crazy. So I have in my notes that he was on life support for 11 days, right? Wait for it. Apparently he went twice. He was on life support twice. So he almost passed twice from this shit. Wait for it.
Straight up. I was on life support. When I woke up, I had a big ass fucking tube in my mouth, you know what I'm saying? And I woke up, you know, and I just start pulling that thing out of my mouth, you know. But that shit goes all the way into your gut, you know what I mean? It was like one of those things that help you breathe. But I didn't know I was waking up, you know. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, you know what I mean? I pulled that thing out of my mouth. It was like all the way in my gut. And then I was like, you know, and the shit started going, dee, dee, dee. Nurses came running in, and they're like, he's awake, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They start explaining to me, man, one doctor after another, listen, they were not gentle about this. That's the thing. They weren't sensitive about this. They weren't fucking trying to sugarcoat this or make sure I didn't, you know, worry about how. They were like, you almost died. We can't believe you're alive. And
that's crazy. That's crazy.
And I'm like, damn. Like the first time it hit me, it shocked me. I'm like, well, damn, I'm alive, you know? They're like, it's good to see you alive, you know? I'm like, okay. Then the next one come in. Same thing. Like, it was like all day, people just saying that on that floor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that lets you know how serious it was, that many people were, you know, coming in and... Because, I mean, y'all been around doctors. They do sugarcoat things sometimes. I think that's saying a lot.
It was just like some crazy shit to hear. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. This is crazy. So I'm in the intensive care right afterward. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's nuts. I'm awake for 6 days. Like, literally. They're trying everything without giving me the Michael Jackson milk. You know what I'm saying?
So he's saying he was in a coma essentially for 5 days. He was on life support for 5 days. And then when he came out, he couldn't sleep for 6 days. Is what he's talking about.
Like, I'm awake 6 days. Like, after I was out for 5 days on life support, I just was sitting in the hospital, and I couldn't sleep. And it was just days were going by. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't sleep. So they took me out of the intensive care, but I was in, well, I guess I wasn't in intensive care because I was in the ICU.
That is, that is intensive care. That's what that stands for.
feel better. You know what I mean? Things start coming back together, but I couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I started hearing fucking.
This right here is crazy, y'all. I want to know what y'all think about this, because he doesn't really go more about this. He just kind of says this next part and lets it sit there. I want to know what y'all think about this.
Start hearing shit, bro. Like on the 6th day, my brothers visited me, and my brother left, and the nurse is in there, and I heard what sounded like a roller coaster with people screaming, you know, and I asked the nurse in the room, I said, "Do you hear that?" And she's like, "Hear what?" And I'm like, "That screaming." She was like, "No," and I'm listening. And this time I feel like I can feel the rumble, like something's going on, you know? And I'm like, "You don't hear or feel that?" And she's like, "No." So now I'm thinking, I feel better now. I've been awake.
Andrew said what I was thinking. It's the carnival. Emily just said over here that's lack of sleep.
When I was on meth, I would hear, I didn't have cable. I didn't even have a working TV.
Audio hallucinations.
I would hear game shows on TV, people clapping and like laughing and like ring ding ding ding.
Oh, that's creepy as
so
fuck.
I would hear game shows and it sounded like there was like someone watching a TV in another room.
Yeah.
It's lack of sleep.
Yeah. The carnival.
For so long.
I want to believe it's the carnival though.
Long. I'm gonna fucking.
Tim's got to be the fun ruiner always.
I'm starting to do psychological damage to myself or something. You know what I'm saying? I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? I want to go home and take some Xanax and go to sleep, because I don't know.
Which, by the way, that's probably not a good idea.
I don't know why they're not. Whatever they're giving me ain't working. That was the truth. You know what I mean?
Are they trying to put you to sleep?
Yeah, they even put me on a thing that is a slow drip that should eventually put me to sleep. Man, the dude came in, he was like, "Hey, and whatever, I got this, I'm gonna hook you up." His shift came and went. You know what I'm saying? And then the new shift came in and they're like, "We don't need this." You know what I'm saying? And I just was awake, just sitting there. You know, it was crazy because I guess I was out for so long. I don't know how it works, but this is what happened. I couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I kept telling my brother every day, my brother coming up there every day, I'm like, I didn't sleep, Rob. I didn't sleep again, you know? So anyway, I decided to go home. You know what I mean? I thought I felt better. I just left. They're like, "You haven't been discharged." You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going home. I got this. I'm going home, you know? So my manager hooks me up with an oxygen mask, you know?
So he's getting set up all in his house. He's just getting set up for basically a hospital setup in the house.
I should need it.
So he can go take his.
In my room, you know what I mean? I got the tanks. We had to get the tanks and everything. So I'm going home to be in bed. You know what I'm saying? We got everything we need. And about 3 days later, fucking I'm back in that fucking life support again.
So he went home for 3 days, and he almost died from that again because he wasn't ready to go home. So he went back. He went back again, and that's why in my notes it says 11 days, not 5 days. Which he says 10 days in this interview, but
for another fucking 5 days. I almost died again by going home too early.
So when you went home early,
it was stupid.
What happened that set you back?
Well, I thought I was feeling better. I thought I could handle it, and I thought I want to go home and take Xanax or something because they're not giving me whatever fuck ever I need, you know? So I did that. And everything was good for a minute, and then I started getting weak again, and then before I realized it was back. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was like I was too weak to do anything about it. And we called 911 again, you know what I'm saying? And the weird thing was, so fucking bizarre, I passed out again in the ambulance. You know what I'm saying? That's what's weird.
And what's going through your mind? Like, are you having thoughts of...
See, he says passes out, but if you pass out and you wake up and you're on life support, you're essentially in a coma, no? right? Is that a coma? I would say that's a coma, right?
It's of death. Like, is this it for me?
There's certain levels of something like I don't know.
Brain activity. Yeah.
Well, no. You know, I'll explain that in a second. But when I woke up again, this time I'm like, fucking, I'm not going nowhere. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Pretty much same thing happened again. I was up again for like another 5 days, but I just stayed up in there and I stayed all the way until I got discharged, you know what I'm saying? Until my health was totally back together. And it didn't really sink in, you know what I'm saying? How close I came to dying, you know what I'm saying? I was on life support twice for actually a total 10 fucking days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I just was going through it, and you know, the thing was, if I die, I'm all right, you know.
This is some heavy shit right here. This is
the only,
and this stuff kind of echoes the DeadBugSays documentary. I feel like this definitely had me thinking about stuff in the DeadBugSays documentary. And I think I'm going to actually play a clip from the very ending of that.
Shitty thing if I die is leaving my...
When we get to it.
My kids. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's my only regret. But my son's 19, my daughter's 17, so I don't want to die, you know, until they're old enough to handle it. You know what I mean? But man, if I die, I got no fucking regrets. Number one. Number two, I've always felt like I've known I'm gonna die young. I've always been able.
He says that almost that exact shit in the DeadBugSays.
Been able to see myself up to a certain age. You know what I'm saying? But I can never see myself elderly.
I can see myself elderly.
I know.
I can see. I'm talking about old and talking shit.
I want to too.
I want to be that
you know.
dude.
But I'm not lying. This is my truth, though. Like, I've always felt that way. Now that I'm 51, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to I was just telling my girl the other day, I'm trying to redirect all those thoughts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All those thoughts of, I must die young. I'm gonna die young. Because he's, you know, Jay's such a big believer in The Secret and Manifest Destiny and stuff. So he's trying to change his way of thinking. To manifest a longer life, which I think that's great. That's great. But yeah, this is serious shit. I talked about it 2 years ago. I could have made a really tacky video, titled something like what we titled tonight's show, but it really wasn't as serious as it felt this time. Hearing all the details, hearing that it happened twice within a week or within 2 weeks, it's crazy to actually hear the shit.
Because I believe in the secret and the powers of positivity and all that, you know what I mean? And I don't want to die. I'm enjoying things about life right now I never fucking expected I would at this age. You know? I'm inspired by the fucking youth. I'm inspired by seeing young people kill shit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. I thought I might be some old, bitter, stale guy, you know what I mean? But nothing's changed. I'm the same person I always been. You know, it's like I want to live. But if I die, man, how the fuck can I not be satisfied? Look how blessed my life been.
Your life has really been blessed, man.
Fucking right, man. I've lived a life of 30 people.
Yeah.
You know, so if I face God, first thing I'm going to do is hug him. You know what I mean? Before I complain about leaving my kids, you know what I mean? Because I've had a blessed run. I've had a blessed life, you know what I'm saying? And I know it crosses my mind every day.
Yeah, when you first meet God, the first thing you're gonna do is hug him, and then you're gonna ask him about that butterfly. Yeah, what's up with that butterfly?
Yeah, what's up with that butterfly? Then Willie. So yeah, that's the chunk of it. That's the really heavy shit. They open with that, by the way. Wild shit, man. Like I said, I talked about it 2 years ago. It's just in my notes from 2 years ago. I remembered talking about it when he brought it up and said it hadn't been talked about before. It had been talked about before. They had brought it up before. I think Jump brought it up. But had not been talked about like this, with this amount of detail. Crazy shit. Thank God we still have him, and thank God he's changing his mental on how long he wants to live, or how long he sees himself living. That's probably the most important thing, is that he's changed his mental, or he's trying to change his mental with that. LHRPG with the super chat. I don't want to let that get away. Jay ain't allowed to die until all 17 Joker's cards have been released. The Wicked Clowns will never die. Shouts out to LHRPG with the $5 super chat. I agree. Hey, he's got to complete the assignment. He's got to complete the assignment first. I got some more clips I'm going to play for y'all, but I wanted to play that first clip in its entirety because I felt it was really important for y'all to hear that. Yeah, it's crazy to hear him talk about that shit now, with it being a couple years removed. And yeah, it feels a lot heavier than even the first time I had talked about it. Jesus Christ. All right, Willie asked about the butterfly story. Willie D clearly read Behind the Paint or listened to the audiobook or something, because he did his fucking research, or he just knows a lot about ICP with something. Willie D has some dope questions in this interview. Highly recommend this Willie D interview. Really fucking good. Willie D is a good interviewer. Willie brings up the butterfly story, as you just heard there. Jay tells the butterfly story. If you don't know, when Jump Steady and Jay were young, they were playing as kids do, and they caught a butterfly. They were catching butterflies. They caught one, though, a really big butterfly. They brought it in their room overnight. They thought they had built a nice little shelter. They put a little leaf and a twig in a bottle type of beat or in a jar. And the next morning, the butterfly had died, and it crushed them. It crushed them as children, and they made a pact that they basically dedicated all their albums to the butterfly. They made a pact, though, that when they got to heaven, they would ask to meet the butterfly so that they could apologize to the butterfly for what they did. Let's see. Willie D says he would use that story to pick up bitches. Jay says it remained a secret for years. They didn't tell people that for years. My recollection was I read about that in Behind the Paint, or even the online blogs that Jay was posting before Behind the Paint, which were, I don't know if y'all were, that's some obscure lore. When Jay posted all those blogs, which were really early versions or note versions of Behind the Paint, because a lot of that stuff ended up in Behind the Paint almost verbatim. I don't know if, does anyone out there remember those blogs? I'll get really nerdy. I remember printing them shits out, and like reading, like that's how old this was. I remember, because I didn't have a cell phone, so I printed them out on paper, actual paper, and brought them down to Connecticut to my dad's friend Mikey's house. And that weekend I was reading them while listening to my Esham CD on my headphones. Yeah, Judgment Day Volume 1. Jay says he thought it was released in the 6 Joker's card liner notes, though. I think that was after the fact. I think they had talked about it before then. Willie says not Behind the Paint. I think the blog postings were before the 6th. Willie asked Jay to explain what the Joker's cards are. Jay then explains the first 6 Joker's cards. Willie asks which one of them did the best. Jay says the Great Malenko. And if it's the one they made the most money from. And Jay says, fuck no. The record company gets all of that. Who owns it now? Universal? Jay says, I guess asking who owns Island Def Jam at this point, or the rights to the music that Island Def Jam owned the rights to. Willie says that they're pioneers and that they're underrated, but people in the game know about them. Their peers know about them and respect them. Willie shows a lot of love to ICP in this interview, man. This is a dope interview. Willie D says that when they see something they want to do, they just do it on their own. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, Jay says. There's different schools of rap in Detroit. There's the hip-hop shop, battler school, where you just kind of freestyle battle and wait for someone to notice you and sign you and put you up on it, like Eminem did. And people like ICP and Esham and Kid Rock, who hustled their product on the streets of Detroit, their cassettes and CDs being the product. They used to take them 3 whole days to make the runs to all the record stores in the area to do the consignments, basically collecting money and putting more product in the stores. Willie says, Willie asks how long did it take him to become a millionaire though? Jay then starts to tell the Double A story. Willie interrupts him to ask about John Kickjazz though. Willie really knows his shit though. He seems to really know this shit. Jay says John left the group and it really sucks. Jay then starts explaining the Double A thing. This is another clip I want to play for y'all because there's some new details in this. 25 minutes in.
You know what I mean? Which really sucks, you know what I mean?
Rest in peace, John Kickjazz.
But, so it was me, Joey, and Alex. And, we, everything went into the group. You know, I was working at a gas station, you know what I'm saying? Everything anybody had went into the group. Alex worked at a record store his brother owned. And everything we had went into the group, you know? And, yeah, man. So it stayed that way. Until now when we became successful, right? Alex was like, man, I'm going to do this for 5 more years and then I'm out because you guys came to me. I never wanted to be a rep manager in music. You guys came to me and asked me to manage you because, you know, my brother owned a record store. You know what I'm saying?
So this actually, if you've been watching any of the clips of Double A making the rounds, I only watched the MC Lars interview. I don't know what he said on Replicon or what was the other podcast? Some other fucking podcast, but oh yeah, Keegan. Keegan booked him. I haven't watched any of those interviews, so I don't know if he addresses this. But this does line up with Alex's version of the story, that he never wanted to be the manager. He approached them and said that he's going to leave. What Alex doesn't talk about is some of this next stuff. The whole someone shot up my house, the whole giving them exactly $1 million each, not $1,200.36 or whatever. Exactly $1 million is the splits. That doesn't seem suspicious.
And he was like, but we lived our dreams, you know what I'm saying? We got platinum, we got gold. So I'm going to do this 5 more years and I'm out, you know, and to do other things. And we were like, respect.
Mushroom Leg is naked.
Respect, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Then about a year later, he was like, oh man, somebody tried to shoot me through the house. They want to kill me, they hate the band or something. And I was like, Alex.
Yeah, Mushroom Leg, you're mad late. Strife's been stroking it for like 57 minutes now.
Man, what happened? And he's like, somebody. Anyway, so he's like, I'm leaving, I'm done. I'm leaving and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I have to go into hiding. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me and Joey.
Strife be stroking.
He said I took all our money and split it 3 ways, you know?
I took all our money and I split it 3 ways, and boy, oh boy, it came out to exactly $3 million.
And he gave us each $1 million. He gave me $1 million, gave Joey $1 million. That's the first time I ever had everything was always through the company, right from the very fucking beginning. That's the first time, and he was like, I'm gone, you know. He gave me exactly $1 million. And gave Joey exactly $1 million.
Which means that was more money.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, Willie D picked up on it.
Exactly. Then we were like, wait a minute. What about Billy? You know, because Billy been there from day one.
So then they give now this is a different version of the story than I remember Jay telling it. Because I remember Jay saying that I believe it was Shaggy got $1 million, he got $1 million, Billy got $1 million, and I thought Jump got $1 million too. I thought all 4 of them got $1 million. Anyway, I want to jump ahead a little bit because there's a section here. Willie D says good help is hard to find. And Jay talks about loyalty.
Teams I've ever seen in this game. I've been doing it for
Willie D gives them mad props for having such a strong team.
34 years. And it's not a surprise that you guys have been successful and you've had the type of run that you've had. Good help.
Oh, also, Willie D asked him, did those guys that shot up Double A's house ever come and do anything to them? Because God, if they hated ICP so bad that they're shooting up the manager's house, boy, ICP better be careful. And Jay laughs and says, no one ever came for us for that. Which I think that's a great fucking point too that Willie D brings up. Because yeah, if someone's shooting up the manager's house, wouldn't you think they would bring the beef to ICP too?
God, boy, it's hard to find.
Yeah, man.
But how do you go about the recruitment process to put people on the team? Because I know that trying to find people that can do the work is very important, but also trying to find those who will have some sense of loyalty.
All right, here's the loyalty part I wanted to get to.
Also is important.
Yeah. Well, that's why there's only four. Of us, honestly, because loyalty is a motherfucker. That's hard to find, That's the next tattoo I'm getting down the side of my face,
Loyalty is a motherfucker.
Loyalty means everything to me. You know what I'm saying?
I think he means he's getting the word loyalty tattooed on his face, but I like to think he's going to get the phrase loyalty is a motherfucker down his face.
I've had so much betrayal in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? I've had betrayal hurt so bad, it's a fucking physical pain.
Who do y'all think? Who do y'all think he's talking about in the chat? Let me know in the chat who you think he's talking about.
I'm saying,
who betrayed you that hurt you the most?
I'd rather not get into it, but betrayal,
And there's a lot of quote unquote Juggalo podcasts out there that always say that Jay just can't let it go. He's always bringing up Twisted in the interviews. No, he's not. In fact, that was a perfect opportunity for him to say Twisted, the fucking fuck Twisted. No, he didn't say that. He said, I'd rather not say. To me, that's someone who wants to move on. You know what I mean?
Is a motherfucker. And to me, it takes a real sucker-ass son of a bitch to betray somebody, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody who's showing you love and never would betray you type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to drop a name, and the only reason why I'm going to drop it is because
He's going to drop a name. The name he drops is Richard Bruce, Jay's dad. Willie asks if he really took the money and ran when Jay was only 2 years old. Willie definitely read the book or something, by the way. He mentions the song. He talks about the song a little bit. Fuck my deadbeat dad. Jay says he left when he was 2 and he tried to come back when he was 42. Jay says he didn't realize what a punk bitch Richard Bruce was until Jay's kids were 2 years old. And he realized like he couldn't even imagine leaving his children behind at 2 years old. Izanami, member for 19 months. Shouts out to Izanami. What up, homie? Whoop, whoop. Let's see. Where was I? But yeah, he tried to come back when he was 42 years old after he had realized, oh, my son's super successful. And yeah, Jay told him to fuck off. Willie asked if Jay would feel the same way if it was his mom that took the money and ran. Would he have made a song called Fuck My Mom? Jay says, yeah, he would have, unless the circumstances were different and maybe she was so desperate, she needed the money or something. But he says, yeah, he probably would have made that song. Willie says he managed to be the opposite of that dude, meaning his dad. Jay managed to be the opposite of that piece of shit, a compassionate and loving human being. How did Jay get it right when his dad got it so wrong? Jay says he thinks it was his mom that made him like that, and his dad wasn't needed. He's glad he didn't have his dad around to instill his bitchness in their business, as he puts it in Fuck My Dad. Jay's sister, though, had contact with him and went and stayed with him when she was 18, 19 years old. I think that's how he knew that Richard Bruce was a corrections officer. It figures you'd be a pig in a yard, which Willie brings, Jay brings that up in this conversation as well. Willie asked Jay about the Kill Tony podcast. Jay says he has some questions for Willie, though, and don't let him forget that. So they're going to get to that here in a second. I'm going to play you that clip because that's really good shit. They explained the press run for Juggalo weekend. Shaggy went home to be with the kids. So Jay did Kill Tony solo. He didn't know what Kill Tony was. He didn't know it was a live podcast in front of a crowd. He didn't know he would be doing stand-up. He thinks he killed it, though. He thinks he did a really good job, but he does not want to do stand-up again. He says it's never been something he wanted to do in the past. He sees comedians and strippers as being the same thing, something that he can't do, he doesn't want to do. He does not have the ability to do. But he clearly has the ability to be a stand-up comedian. I do think Jay was rather nervous doing that shit, though. All right, 4646. Jay wants to ask Willie D something, and that something is about the wicked shit in horrorcore. And this is good stuff right here, boy. I was really hoping this kind of conversation would come up, and it sure did.
I was like, let's keep it real, you know what I'm saying? He called it the wicked shit.
Out at ease real fast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was fun, though. It was cool, man. But can I ask you something?
Come on with it.
All right. We call it the wicked shit in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
People call it horrorcore. You know what I mean? Now, I was exposed to, and for anybody who don't know, the wicked shit of horrorcore is rappers rapping about fantasy horror. You know what I mean? Things, anything supernatural or something of fantasy, like a horror movie or something. You know what I mean? Anything along those lines.
Exaggerated violence.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was exposed to horrorcore, or as we call it, the wicked shit, by the Geto Boys. The first horrorcore song I ever heard was Assassins.
Yeah.
By the original Geto Boys.
Yeah, shout out to Johnny C. Prince Johnny.
That's right.
Johnny
Prince
C.
C.
Yep.
Yeah. And okay, as far as I know.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
We don't really need to play that clip. Basically, he says that Assassins was the first horrorcore song, and they think that, I think they both agree that they think it influenced Gangsta Nip. Willie says that Gangsta Nip definitely came after the Geto Boys. Willie says it's guys like them, though, that really took the art form and ran with it, meaning the Insane Clown Posse. Once again, what a classy dude Willie D is. Just shows the utmost respect to ICP the entire time. But he really appreciates the props. Let's see. He takes it as a badge of honor when he sees what they have done with it, meaning what ICP has done with it. Jay says that the Geto Boys were harder than NWA. Willie D asks about gang activity, the inner city posse gang activity back in the day. The rival gang throwing rocks at Jay's mom's house, and Jay going to live in North Carolina, to live with Jump Steady's friend who lived in that trailer in North Carolina. And Willie asks him about that trailer and it being the first time that Jay was introduced to open racism and started his hatred of bigots. They then transition to questions about Kid Rock. I'll play a little bit of that because that's pretty good.
And all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of the rebel flag.
Speaking of rednecks. Speaking of racist motherfuckers.
Redneck fans. Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Speaking of bigots.
Do you have a relationship with him?
No.
At all. Okay, so Kid Rock, did you actually know him personally at the time when he was coming up, when he was rapping?
Yeah, we did a song together.
Yeah. And this is at a time when Kid Rock was respectful of the black community.
Oh, you want some Kid Rock news?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Come on, what do you want to know?
I want to know what type of guy he was in the early stages.
I'll tell you.
Before he became this rebel flag waving, fuck everybody but the pure white nation.
Jay, this is Kid Rock.
My internet's a little shitty tonight. My apologies if this shit is dropping. I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead to being in Kid Rock's apartment. Oh, Emily's almost here, y'all.
Right? And he has a black girlfriend. Maybe doing a big show together or something. Came back the next day and finished it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go.
Anyway, so after that, the only times we see him is when we're meeting to discuss maybe doing a big show together or something. You know what I mean? And I'm out there sitting in his apartment, right? And he has a black girlfriend, right? And they have a baby. And me and Joey are sitting there, and he's telling us, because he's the veteran, you know what I'm saying? We're just coming out. He's doing all this shit with Jive, you know what I mean? And this is after, just after all that, you know? And he's like, don't trust anybody black in this business.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you this right now. And his woman with the baby is just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing. And that I'll never forget, you know?
That doesn't mean Kid Rock's racist. How does that not mean he's racist? If he says, don't trust anyone black in this business, that's almost the definition of racism. Now, I know a lot of Kid Rock defenders. I don't even know how that's a thing. Kid Rock defenders will be like, "Oh, well, he's got a black kid. He's got a half black kid. Well, you got a kid with a black lady." I mean, that doesn't mean he still can't say racist shit.
I'm saying, me and Joy are just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And he's saying all that, and we're just like, uh-huh. And I never heard him say anything direct racist other than that, you know, in front of us, but we didn't really hang with him. We would just see him when we would try to do something.
In fact, the way they've told that story in the past is that was sort of their moment of being like, yeah, fuck this guy. This guy's not cool. We don't want to hang out with this guy. Anyway, yeah, fuck Kid Rock, dude. It's still fuck Kid Rock over here. Let's see. They talk a little bit about Tech 9. How they almost got into beef with Tech 9 over that Hot 97 interview. How he was really, oh yeah, Jay gets really adamant about the raw dog line. How the raw dog, Jay really adamant that the raw dog line is not a thing. Well, he doesn't actually say that. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of the raw dog line. That's not a thing as far as I know. I think there's definitely been raw dog lines at the gathering. Let's be real. But he was really upset because at the time, that was like, they're about to do the march. They asked Tech to do the march. He said no. And then he goes on Hot 97 and sort of shits on Juggalos a little bit in Jay's mind by by not presenting the PR image that they were going for at the time, I guess. And not giving them props when they were asked directly, when Tech was asked directly about giving props to Psychopathic for putting them on game. Instead, he gives No Limit Records props and calls them their main influence. When, to me, and I'm with Jay on this 100%, dude definitely picked up some fucking game from touring with ICP. It's ridiculous to say that he didn't. How could he not? I mean, he's literally opening for them. And then he's literally following their model not that long after. How could he not pick it up? He didn't pick it up from No Limit because No Limit was a thing that I'm sure he knew about well before then. He picked it up after he toured with Psychopathic Records. No coincidence there. I don't know why he's reluctant to admit that. To me, it taps into a deeper thing where, for some reason, certain sects of the hip-hop culture just don't want to give ICP props no matter what. I don't understand it, but it is a thing. Hypnotized Ninja, thank you for the $5 super chat. Not disputing whether KR is racist, but Kid Rock was talking about his management of the Grits album, a dude literally named The Black Man. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? You're gonna have to show me like that's a real thing. Kosuke says Tim Bands was fucking sick. I agree. Tim Bands is fucking sick. You're gonna have to show me that that's actually a thing, that there was an actual manager called The Black Man. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm not a big No Limit did have jerseys first, though. But you know what, Zax? If you really go back on the jersey lore, the only reason they had jerseys is because they fucked with FUBU so hard. You know what I mean? That their jerseys is like an ape of the FUBU shit, from what I understand. Because they just wanted to have fat-ass jerseys like the FUBU shit. Anyway, I'm going to fucking keep going. Oh, yeah, they talk about the Tech thing some more, about getting on the phone with Tech 9 and it cooling him down, how Tech dropped his name in a song, his government name in a song, and Jay didn't like that, how Jay was ready to go to war, but Tech talked him down, saying that there would be a gang war, and you would legit make Juggalos into a gang just by beefing with the Bloods, which Tech claims blood. Let's see. Willie asked about performing at the gathering of the Juggalos and dodging bottles while rapping, how that's a talent in its own right. Willie asks if anyone has ever gotten hurt from performing at the gathering, and Jay says nothing serious. And then he tells the Red and Method Man story. This is interesting. I've never heard this before. A Method Man called and threatened to sue Violent J. Have y'all heard this one before? This is one I don't remember hearing before. Let's go to 13. 113. Emily's almost here, y'all.
So then, Method Man, we were upset. We were like, damn, they're all mad at us. You know what I'm saying? That sucks, you know? And after the gathering, I don't remember where. I guess somebody asked me, I heard Method Man is suing you. And I was like, man, that's bitch shit. If that's true, that's bitch shit. So then, a couple days after the gathering, my manager calls, like, Method Man wants your number. You know what I mean? I'm like, give it to him. And I'm like, okay. He called, he's like, you call me a bitch? I got people in Detroit ready to move right now. And I'm like, I didn't call you no bitch. I didn't call you a bitch. If I called you a bitch, I'll say it right now. And I was like, I did not call you a bitch. I said, that is bitch shit. If you sue me, that is bitch shit. And that is bitch shit. You don't gotta sue me, man. I don't know that motherfucking kid. You know what I'm saying? One lucky kid. And he was like, you ain't calling me a bitch. And I'm like, fuck no, I didn't call you a bitch. I said, man, if you sue me, that's bitch shit.
So yeah, Jay got on the phone with Method Man and they had a bit of an argument about bitch. The difference between bitch and bitch shit. But apparently, Method Man not cool with being called a bitch. Okay with being called bitch shit or doing bitch shit. There's a difference. Let's see. Willie D then asks Violent J about beating up fans with microphones techniques. Jay tells a story about beating up a fan with a microphone. At an early gathering of the Juggalos stormed the stage and were destroying the stage set. And one Juggalo was eyeballing Violent J's chain. So Jay took it off and put it in his pocket. That dude snatched the chain out of his pocket, dived off stage into the crowd, and Jay gave chase and caught the motherfucker. Then started bashing him in the head with the microphone until he released the chain from his stupid asshole grip. The mic was flattened, Jay said. It was completely flattened from beating this motherfucker in the head. Jay was scared. Jay thought he had killed the motherfucker, and on the way back to their hotel, they stopped at a gas station, and Jay threw the microphone into a pond gimmick by the gas station. Willie D asked about the different rap aliases, that Violent J has had over the years. Jay talks about the birth of ICP, quitting wrestling and going to a real studio for the first time. The OG members of the Inner City Posse, or ICP, Shaggy, Violent J, John Kick Jazz, and Kid Villain. John Kick Jazz and Kid Villain are both gone now. The two Johns are gone. By the way, it was two Johns and two Joes, the original ICP. The two Johns are gone. Rest in peace. Both to heroin, according to Jay. Willie's favorite Violent J alias is Big Baby Chips, he says. Jay brings up wrestling in Japan and calls it his retirement match. Doing the moonsault and botching that shit, landing on the other wrestler, saved his neck. Jay stopped watching wrestling after he got out of his marriage, he says. This hilarious quote from, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let him say it. This hilarious quote from Willie D. I'm gonna just try to let play. Hopefully I can just let it play. See if you guys can hear it. I had to play this back a couple of times before I heard it.
Like, what is it that you...
I was in a marriage for like 12 years or something like that, I think. I don't even remember anymore. But when I came out of that, right, I stopped watching wrestling.
Look who's here. She's in the building. She's on the pod.
Saw, dude.
Here, come on over here and get a little bit more
Preston's
framed right.
Screaming at me.
I know, he's been screaming this whole fucking time.
Because he wants beef.
Look at the chat go crazy.
He wants beef.
Look at the chat go crazy. Yeah, 10 pieces in the chat. The return. She back. She back and she's going to put the light only on her.
Where's yours? I'm there too.
I don't know, it's over there. Just put it where it was. It was on both of us fine. Oh, now she fucked up the whole light. She screwed it up.
It's
had it in a
dark
perfect
in here
spot.
again. Holy shnikes.
All right.
Look
Look
at
at
all
all
them
those 10 pieces. That's a lot of 10 pieces. And who's that? What do you mean, who's that? Oh, you mean the cat? That's Preston. If you don't know who that is, you need to go back and do your homework.
Yeah. Wow.
Humble, my boy. You listen to that new Chief Keef. I did not.
Kosuke, who is the DJ
God damn it.
that you used to work at the co-op with? Because he came into my store and his girlfriend was wearing a Prof hoodie and it was cool. I love you, and Presty also loves you. And Michelle, I got those pink Skechers in the mail today.
Oh, yeah, she took your advice and got those sketchies. All right. All right, I got a couple. Oh, yeah. Let me play that quote.
You know, and
Sugar Slam did you that bad, dog?
Yeah.
Did you hear
Thomas, his name is Thomas.
Did you hear that shit? Hold on.
12 years or something like that, I think. I don't even remember anymore. But when I came out of that, right, I stopped watching wrestling, you know, and
Sugar Slam did you that bad, dog?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear it? I had to play it back a couple of different times. He said, Sugar Slam did you that bad, dog? Shouts out to Willie D for that one. Jay says they're still friends. Jay's mom was in hospice at this point. Rest in peace to Jay's mom. Has passed away since this interview, but he mentions her being in hospice.
I've never done. I want to go on a cruise. I ain't never been on a cruise. I'd love to go on like Shaggy's going on like an 80s cruise next week. That would be dope, you know, something, any kind of cruise, you know what I mean? But I'd like to, I don't really like to travel, but my mom she's on hospice, you know what I mean? So after my mom leaves the earth, you know, I'm gonna go to, the plan is, I'm gonna dip off for a while and go to Hawaii, which I've only been to once, right? I want to get like a nice Airbnb near a studio, and I want to record through email with Joey, with Shaggy, the new album, you know what I mean? And stay out there for a couple months, you know, get away from everything I know, everything I'm normal, and just do it out there, you know what I mean?
So yeah, he's gonna go to Hawaii, it seems, and record the 6 Jokers card out there and email it to Shaggy. So they're not gonna record it together. It seems like the plan is to record it separate.
That's sad.
Yeah, I want them to record it together.
I feel like vibes are not the same.
It's something's weird going on.
You can you'll probably can you hear that they did not, when you listen to it, you're gonna be like, oh, they were not together when they did this.
I mean, I hope not. I think it would be better if everyone was in the same room. I think that's what this, it's a Joker's card. I feel like they shouldn't phone it in. I mean, not that it will be phoned in just because they're in different parts of the world. They can do it. It's not like, but I feel like the magic, they need to be in the same room together. I feel like that's necessary.
And did his verse on at Drake's show at Bamboozle.
Who did?
Lil Wayne, when he was in prison.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when that went down. Let's see. So yeah, the 6 is going to be allegedly recorded soon with Jay in Hawaii.
That's true, Kosuke. That's true.
Willie D, what Kosuke said. You know what? That's true. Me and Kosuke's never recorded in the same room.
I can't redirect that air, can you?
No, you can't.
Okay, lift your butt up.
No, I won't.
I need this blanket. I'm cold, guys.
All right. Willie D then asks who is still on Psychopathic, and Jay says Ouija Mac, and he also mentions Wacko the Kid. He does refer to it as being sort of like a club these days. Willie D then asks if Twisted is gone. And Jay has this to say.
What a weird question.
We don't. We're not trying to develop nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with all that.
Is Twisted gone?
Fuck yeah.
He's gone. Oh damn!
Yeah.
It went down like that, huh?
Yeah. A lot of betrayal. Almost everybody we developed and put down betrayed us. You know what I'm saying? So like, I figure if you need to be developed and put down, fuck you anyway. You know what I mean? Right.
Your mother. I guess you weren't in here when I said this earlier. Jay brought up being betrayed earlier, right? Willie D asked about Twisted, your mother. Not Violent J, when it was brought up earlier, chose to say, I'd rather not say.
This is the same person who don't even know who I am, so.
Yeah. Pay attention, your mother. Jesus Christ. You got some comprehension skills going on here.
Because I'm worried about ICP's legacy.
Yeah, basically
You know what I'm
they only care about ICP's legacy these days with Psychopathic Records. But yeah, they were wrapping it up at this point. I think that was the last clip I have. Ouija does his own thing. They do say they have a new warehouse these days. It's smaller but similar. That JJ works there. But they all work for home, and Jay says he's never been to the new warehouse, which I find a little surprising.
That's weird.
Yeah, right? He hasn't even been to the new warehouse. And his son works there, and he hasn't been there.
Oh, that's even weirder.
Yeah, JJ works there. JJ works there full time, he said.
Huh.
So yeah, JJ working for Psychopathic.
That's cool.
Oh, okay, so he's on the who cares about Twisted train. All right, I agree with you. Who cares? All right, let's keep moving then. Willie D asks about Ruby, Violent J's daughter, and Jay says she has a Miata. And then talks about Ruby's Miata for a little bit.
I saw a picture of that Miata.
Yeah, it's a cute little green,
It really
cute
is.
little
It's
green
adorable.
guy. Jay said that he almost made the Miata break down, and she made him get out of the Miata.
Why? Because he's too big.
Yeah, he's too heavy. Willie asks about getting the respect they deserve these days. Jay says he feels they get their flowers. Says that he does wish they would get more festival bookings, though. And they plug The Gathering. Willie asks if it's his time to go, how does he want to be remembered? Which is a fucking heavy question. Jay says he doesn't know how he wants to be remembered. Everyone wants to be remembered, but they will eventually be forgotten. Willie brings up people like the Beatles and Michael Jackson. And Jay says, yeah, but there's so many people, though, that you can't remember everybody. That he wants to be remembered as a good father and someone who genuinely cared about the people who supported his music. And that's about it. They pretty much wrap it up after that. Excuse me, really dope interview, though. Highly recommend checking it out. Yeah, I need to actually roll a blunt. Chat, questions, comments. I'm gonna roll a blunt. We're gonna smoke some, and then I'm gonna finish the rest.
Here he go, leave me on this damn camera alone. I don't know what the fuck to say, what the fuck to do with my damn hands. Oh, hey, sis. What up? What up, boy?
See, you're good. Just read the chat. Do what these other streamers do and just sit there and read the chat.
Hi, Wakanda step-husband. Hi, EC Juggalo. I have missed you too, Ashhole. Ashhole, I just want you to know that, like, you made this tweet earlier about your 10-year dating anniversary, but you said something about, like, 6 months of your adult life being single, and you scared the fucking shit out of me, so don't ever do that again, okay? Okay? Thank you. I am looking beautiful as always. Well, thank you, Dark Rainbow. You are too. My cat is so high right now. Oh, I should give Preston some of his gabapentin and Prozac, and then our cats can be high together like us.
White Owl 850. It's there's only a clip on YouTube right now. What I was just playing you was from Spotify. It seems the Willie D Live podcast or YouTube channel drops mad clips and maybe eventually drops the episode, but it doesn't even seem like they drop all the episodes. It seems like they drop a lot of clips from shit. I
love you too, EC Juggalo. And Ashhole, because you said single something something, so I'm like, bitch, don't break my heart right now. But then I read it like 6 more times, and I finally got what you were saying.
Hey, shouts out to Umo.
Buena noche.
Shouts out to Umo. Much love.
Sometimes I try to make him say words.
I ain't doing it.
In Spanish.
I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. Kidding me? Nice try. Nice try, chat. Nice try, Umo.
Or I'll make him say funny Italian cheeses. Ricotta.
I finally figured out how to say Guy Fieri.
Yeah, he's like Guy Fieri.
Guy Furry?
Like it's Guy Fieri. He literally says it in the beginning of every episode.
And boy, have we been watching Guy's Grocery Games. Oh my god. So many episodes. We're going to watch more of it when we get off of here. Fuck it. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, huh? You going to watch some too? You should. It's Violent J's best thing. It's the best thing Violent J's ever done.
Ashhole said Guy Spaghetti.
That's rude.
Of course, Will. We love you so fucking much.
Shuts up, Will.
Flavor Town. Can you write a song called Flavor Town?
Oh, God. Don't make me do it. I wrote a song called Poop Nuts already.
I know, but I want Flavor Town to be about how...
We're gonna go to Flavor Town?
Preston loves beef so much.
His cat food?
Yeah, that's what he's yelling at me for right now. He was laying on top of the baker's rack when I was in the bathroom fixing my hair, and I came out, and he like was sitting there waiting for me to come out, and as soon as I came out, he was like,
exploded.
Meow! I was like, bro, chill. What y'all been watching?
Fuck this up.
Guys, grocery games.
All of that. That's pretty much all we watch.
The new season of Jersey Housewives is out on every Monday, and then
he said, "Huevos de caca." I know what that means.
Poop nuts.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Umo gets it.
And Vanderpump Rules, and then the new Vanderpump Rules spinoff, The Valley, and then Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. You know.
You know what else we watched?
What?
Civil War.
Oh!
We went and saw Civil War in the theater. That was dope.
If you take an edible of any kind or anything before seeing the movie Civil War, prepare for...
Which we didn't, by the way.
Which we didn't, but
we just smoked a little bit before going in and brought our vape shits.
Gave me so much anxiety that all I could think about was like, oh my god, if I ate an edible right now.
That sound design is not fucking around. The Civil War sound design is fucking crazy and super intense.
What does Frankie hate? Frankie, what do you hate? What are you hating that I
watch?
watch?
Poop Nuts? I think he's mad at Poop Nuts. He doesn't like the title or the song Poop Nuts.
Maybe he doesn't like that all I watch is Bravo.
It was awesome.
It was a
really good,
5
out of 5. I give it a perfect rating. I loved it.
Movie that was made very well, but it was a little too real and gave me a lot of fucking anxiety.
Kosuke said, "Before I heard Poop Nuts by Humble Among, I was homeless, got no bitches, broke as fuck, and my hamster died. Once I spun that track, I got rich, a model girlfriend, and my hamster woke up and said whoop whoop." This is true.
That's fucking brilliant.
This is true. Shouts out to Kosuke for throwing down the gauntlet for Poop Nuts, thinking that I was going to title it something other than Poop Nuts when he sent me that beat. Oh, Kosuke. Oh, you little rapscallion.
You know why this lighting situation isn't working? We have more lights behind us than we do in front of us.
I know. It's all drowned out. We have to figure out something new with this wall.
Wake up! Wake up!
All right, let's get the show going. By the way, the show hasn't even started yet, y'all. That was just the preamble. We're an hour and 34 minutes yet. Let's actually get to the show already, all right?
Wow.
We haven't even gone through the fucking files or anything.
Wow.
So here's the Dead Bug Met the Duke documentary. You know, I was gonna play you the end of it. I don't even think I have to. I would say go and watch it, because if the stuff in the Willie D podcast, especially that beginning stuff, really made me think about the Dead Bug documentary a lot. There's a couple of moments in there I think that echo moments in the Willie D interview. So I would just say go check that out. It's really good. My only criticisms would be the way DeadBugSays whoop whoop is a little weird. It's a little odd. And shit, there was another small criticism I had. Some of his shit seemed a little bit like just straight up like Wikipedia research.
Someone said whoop whoop to me.
That's almost how he says it, is whoop whoop.
Well, it was like one of my employees came to work one day and she came into my office and she had a huge Hatchet Man sticker on the back of her phone and she goes, "Hey, Emily." And then she like shows me the back of her phone and I was like, "Hey," and she was like, "Whoop whoop."
Yeah, he says it kind of like that. He's like, "Whoop whoop." Yeah, go check that out though, because it's really good. Yeah, go check this out. Go check out A Juggalo Goes to Lost Lands. I uploaded it for the public. It's been up there for
my favorite.
Thank you.
Film that he has ever made.
I think Toto said the same thing. Out of 10, how would you rate his whooping?
Oof.
A 3? I'd rate it a 3.
That's really low.
Yeah, it wasn't a good whoop. I mean, how am I supposed to? How am I supposed to rate it high?
I like Percy's whoop. Whoop whoop.
Okay.
What are you making for dinner, Don? Girl, you was so cute in that dog. Oh, thanks. Honestly, like the way y'all be feeling about The Gathering, that's Lost Lands for me. Okay, I love that fucking shit more than y'all could even understand.
I probably am being generous, Zax. You're right. Yes, call your mom. Definitely call your mom. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the actual notes. Damn it.
Yeah, you know what, Asheville? It's kind of wild because it's like the first time I ever went to Lost Lands, I was sitting at second stage, and this is the first year that Lost Lands ever happened. I was sitting at second stage, and I looked up, and there's like a big trash barrel that had a Hatchet Man spray painted onto it, and I didn't know that The Gathering took place there, so I was just like, hey, that's fucking weird.
And then you sent it to me after we met.
And then when we met, I was like, yeah, look at this. And then...
because it was just in your stack, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then, like, I went to The Gathering before I took him to Lost Lands, and I was like, whoa, this is different.
So, I'm going to drop a link in the chat right now. This link is a GoFundMe link for the homies Lil Taffy and Whoopconda.
That's my wife and my step-husband and my stepson.
Their homie. Well, it's their homie. Their homie cat, Ouija cat, had to go to the kitty vet, the kitty doctor.
My stepson.
And yeah, they got hit with a pretty big bill. So if you guys can give some money, go to that link, that GoFundMe link I just put in the chat. And give them a couple of schmeckles or something.
And on drugs right now.
Yeah, they got him back today.
Still a hefty bill.
Yeah.
But he's doing better, and she said he's peeing on his own.
Whoop and Taff are good people, and Ouija Cat's a good kitty. So
I would not marry a whole other couple if
all right.
they were not good people.
Otherworldly is out now. I keep wanting to say it's the first single from the Kosuke produced project because it feels like it's the first single, but really it's the third single from the Kosuke produced project. Next we got Poop Nuts though. We've been talking about it a little bit. Poop Nuts is dropping this Friday, May 17th. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Copy link for the pre-save. Now, if you guys could hit this pre-save gimmick, I know it's annoying to see me fucking posting this link and asking you to constantly hit the pre-save gimmick, but this shit really does help me out. It helps the algorithm out. It helps it get recommended for other people. It helps get my monthly listeners up a little bit, which is something I certainly fucking need. Just help me out, for fuck's sakes.
Zax, are you talking about Kosuke?
What are we talking about?
He said, I thought it was Kazuki.
No, that's because that's how Bobby says it. Because, do you think my name is Hamble-a-Mang too?
Hamble-a-Mang.
Because it's not. I'll tell you that. It's not Kazuke. It's Kasuke, okay? It's Kasuke.
That's funny as fuck.
So,
like he's in a Street Fighter.
yeah, Poop Nuts this Friday.
Hey,
next week on the 24th, I'm going to be dropping Dirt in the Corner featuring Frankie Goldie and Will. Happy birthday, Will. Wilco Masco on that shit. That's coming out after that. I might even do another single.
I love that shit.
After
right
that.
I love that shit right there.
Then really quickly after, I think sometime in June or July, I'm dropping the full record. If you guys want a Humble Among t-shirt, I'm leaving this pre-order up in probably for the rest of May.
Humble Among.
And then, yeah, I'm going to be sending them shits out next month, and we're going to do another shirt pre-order next month. I'm going to try to do one roughly a month for a couple of months and see how that goes. Yeah. Go check that shit out. HumbleAmong.com. This is a design done by Brian Red. Shouts out to Brian Red. Did this really sick burner design. It's printed on a Comfort Colors t-shirt, which if you guys don't have a Comfort Colors shirt, treat yourself and get yourself.
Are you doing this one on Pepper?
Yep, this is the Pepper one. This is the one on Pepper. This is the Pepper Comfort Colors.
You guys have no fucking idea how obsessed I am with the Comfort Colors Pepper.
They're the shit.
Like, I got a couple of My Chemical Romance shirts with it.
They look a little bit retro. It's kind of like a faded black look is what.
My Crossroads shirt.
That shit's dope. That shit's dope. Shouts out to Brian Red. We got a new design coming next month too.
If that was on that shit trash, that shit fire.
All the songs that I've dropped, Otherworldly, Poop Nuts, and Dirt in the Corner were songs on that shit trash. That shit fire.
I pretty much slept through the entirety of that shit trash. That shit fire.
I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit.
There says 100 by 1,000 on that damn package.
Yeah,
so,
what is this?
So
what do we got here?
So
I think I know what's in here.
Is that my shirt? No,
this one's mine.
That's yours.
This one's mine. I got this one for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be wearing it too. You know.
Shouts out to D Terrible and Cheesegate.
I will be wearing
Cheesegate will be in Vegas tomorrow, performing at Gloom to the Tomb. We'll get to that in a second.
Look at those two little cuties.
God, she's so fucking talented. Shouts out to D Terrible.
Look at those two little cuties. Those are my friends.
She's the shit. That's such a good design. Stay tuned. And then I also got this C17 package that I ordered a little bit ago. This is, I don't even remember. I think this is the one with the Anamoya stuff I got.
Is that my hoodie?
Yeah, that's your hoodie in there, and this is the CDs. Wow, that fucking embroidery is crazy.
You guys.
So you open that, and I'll open these. That's for you, and these are for me. Oh, these are sealed.
Steven, it's not for you.
And 2 Anamoyas, 2 doses of Anamoya.
Nerd.
Hell yeah. Put that over here. I got a CD stack I really gotta go through over here.
Boy. Y'all.
Oh shit, it's embroidered on the back too.
It's fucking so fire.
That crazy C17 on the back. Show that. Make sure you show that.
Yeah. And I
That's
like
embroidered
it
too.
because all of the C17 hoodies are
up,
like
Steve?
so like thick.
So my dude.
And whatchamacallit? What's the word I'm looking for?
Thank you, Steven. Thank you.
They're like thick and like not
durable?
Yeah.
Breathable?
But not breathable. They're
Durable?
a little too durable. You know, it makes me feel like the little brother from A Christmas Story. You know what I'm saying? This is like nice, which this guy's never seen.
I've never seen A Christmas Story, so I don't know what you're saying.
But it's like nice and thin. I like this. I gotta take. What kind of stickers do we get?
We didn't get one. We didn't get stickers that time.
Excuse me?
No, we didn't get stickers. Oh wait, we got a stale wind. I lied. We got a stale wind.
I have like 4 stale wind stickers. There's one on our coffee table, one on my makeup case.
That's it though.
One on my vanity, because I have all the elements on my vanity.
All right. King Cobra updates.
No.
Bet you wish I did this before you came on, huh?
Yeah.
There's really no King. Here's the thing. There's not really much King Cobra updates. He hasn't gone live on his channel since he moved out. He is moved out. He's maybe not moving into a trailer. He's maybe not with Naked and Laughing anymore, with the Bog Queen anymore. He was on a highly regarded he was on a highly regarded live panel recently with a lot of regarded people, and not a lot was cleared up. On that panel, Cyrax jumped on the panel, which
my God, that's weird.
That lets you know how regarded.
So they know each other?
No, they have had interactions before, but fucking King Cobra wants nothing to do with Cyrax. He jumped off the panel as soon as Cyrax jumped on the panel. Cyrax says he doesn't want beef and that he likes Cobra. Fuck sickos though. Fuck Cyrax. That's the last time Cobes has surfaced. It seemed that he was maybe in his dad's basement. That
was my next question.
Yeah, Darby was saying he was in the basement. It seems he doesn't have a trailer, though.
He's still with her, apparently, according to ICP2.
Yeah, they would know. They would know for sure. I don't know. There's a lot of
Where is she from in
plans
Virginia?
to visit her in Virginia Beach area.
Oh, okay, far.
Definitely in Clint's basement. But yeah, he didn't really drop a lot of details on what he's doing. Other than Civil War, we did see a couple of movies though, or I saw one of them. And let's talk about this. Beauty Day is a documentary I bought recently.
I slept through the entire day.
Yeah, you didn't see a single bit of it because you were just completely out. It's on YouTube, so you can watch it for free. Beauty Day is about a guy named Captain Video. If you don't know Captain Video, here's the thing. You probably do. I'm going to show you a YouTube video real quick of something that I saw a million times when I was a kid. It was on, like, so many dumb people doing things, like compilation shows. I feel like America's Funniest Home Videos. Video pool. All right. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. Oh, internet's all shit.
Hey, people! Welcome back to the show! All right, the next step in opening your pool is taking the cover off. Yeah, you gotta get the cover off if you're gonna swim in it, but you want to have fun doing it. All right, here's how you do it, then have fun, baby.
Let me know in the chat if you've ever seen this before. You've never seen this? Let me know in the chat if you've seen this before.
For taking the cover off my pool. It's gonna be a beauty day. You ready to go, people?
And do you see what's coming?
All right, here we go. And I bet you didn't even know.
The voice?
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's a put on.
And then we're up here nice and
All right,
high.
well, you're in for a treat then if you've never seen it.
All right, here we go. Cover up the pool time.
So he just broke his neck. And now he's laying in the pool. He's not dead. Now you're going to see the neighbor kids pop their heads over the fence. So yeah, that's Captain Video for you.
System of a Down syndrome asked if it was on Tosh.0.
I don't think so. I think it's too old.
Anyone want to start?
Whoa.
We should get every.
No. So yeah, Beauty Day is the name of that documentary. It's about that guy, Captain Video. He's kind of proto-Jackass. He was doing this shit in the 80s, filming himself for public access television well before Jackass. And it's pretty fascinating shit. Check out Beauty Day. You can actually see the whole documentary on YouTube. It's basically just his story and kind of a story of his attempted comeback. We also started to watch The Dark Knight because Emily had never seen it. She's not a superhero movie fan.
I could not. I can't. with that.
I gotta say,
Heath Ledger's dope.
Batman
fucking sucks.
I gotta say, I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's been quite a few years since I've seen The Dark Knight. It does not hold up. Dark Knight, I almost want to make a video about how much I think The Dark Knight doesn't hold up.
You took me, what was that Batman movie we saw in the theaters?
The Batman.
That was good.
But this is not good. It's not that great. If it weren't for Heath Ledger's Joker, the movie would be absolute trash, damn near. I know. I used to think The Dark Knight was epic too.
Say hi, Tally. I love you.
I do think that Heath Ledger is great as Joker, but watch some of those rooftop scenes and tell me that shit don't look cheesy as fuck. I mean,
I don't like the way he talks.
The Room's rooftop scenes are about as good. Oh boy, not good. That was like the highest selling movie ever. So what? So what? I don't know. I don't think it does.
Sucked.
Maybe that's why I should make that fucking video, because the pushback I'm getting in the chat would be maybe a reason I should make that video.
You can't dig through.
It is the best of the trilogy. I'll give you that. It doesn't hold up though. I don't think it holds up. When's the last time y'all seen it? Hey, all y'all in the chat who say it's epic or it holds up, when's the last time you've seen it? Because I would have said that too, but I hadn't seen it in a long time.
I don't understand how any person in the entire planet could have ever taken that movie seriously at any given point in time with the way he's fucking talking.
Spooky Hippie says last week.
Yeah, same.
Same.
It was fucking
No, it isn't though, Michael Wiley. That's not the situation, because I loved that movie.
It's one of those situations where I don't like any superhero movies.
You acting an ass right now. Okay, fine. I got a different opinion than y'all, and it's a problem. I see how it is.
I don't like superhero movies, but if he like tells me like, listen, you're gonna like it, I'll give it a shot. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't.
You fell asleep to this,
and
though.
I'm pretty honest about my, opinions on things. I don't fucking give a fuck what y'all opinions are. That's not gonna affect my fucking opinion of anything. His opinions don't affect my opinions on shit. But I just don't understand how you can watch that movie and listen to Batman talk and not think it's ridiculous.
And I agree. I've never liked Christian Bale's Batman voice though. I will fight Humble Among if you're gonna fight me over Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises was ass though. I might like Rises better. How about that for a controversial opinion? I might like Dark Knight Rises better.
Dude, that movie was.
I gotta watch Rises again.
It was the Batman Forever. Is that the one with Tommy Lee Jones too? With Jim
Yes.
Carrey? Yeah, I didn't like that one. It was okay.
I do like Batman Forever though. No, Arnold's in Batman and Robin, Zax. Arnold's in the next one. Batman Forever's Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey though. You don't like Bane's voice? Come on, I like that dumb voice though.
Aquaman, Michelle, I like me some Aquaman. I've never seen a damn movie, but I don't need to see the movie. No, I like Aquaman.
We gotta watch the Chucky TV show, but Friday the 13th TV show was rumored to be canceled last week. A24 had to come out and say, no, it's not canceled. It's being retooled. So, Crystal Lake.
I already know what you said, Frankie.
Crystal Lake.
You could retract it.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say?
He said that your weed looking like your weed looks like a Heath Ledger or something or other, and that's why you mad or something.
I don't even get that joke.
Me neither.
That's why he deleted it. He realized, nah, fuck that joke. he sent it and he's like, nah, fuck that joke.
Rip Heath.
But yes,
that's
Crystal
why
Lake.
Your wig looked like Heath.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
You're not wrong there.
Ooh, what my wig look like, Frankie?
I said I liked Heath Ledger Joker. He's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, facts.
He's the only good part of the movie. I'll even go that further. He's the only. Him
like
and
Maggie?
Alfred.
You don't like Maggie?
No, I don't like Maggie Gyllenhaal in that movie. I don't. I think her acting's not very good.
When I saw who played.
You know who really sucks? That Aaron Eckhart motherfucker. He sucks in that movie. He's so bad.
Dog, when I saw who played Alfred in the movie, I saw him before ever seeing this fucking movie. not really knowing much about superhero movies, Batman, the second I saw that motherfucker, I knew exactly who he was.
See, now y'all getting on board. Maggie's the worst part of that movie. Yeah. Think about it. Go watch Aaron Eckhart's performance and tell me that that's good. Let's be real. Let's be real. Go watch Aaron Eckhart and tell me that that's good. Go watch the rooftop scenes. Go watch rooftop scenes. Go watch fucking Aaron Eckhart, Commissioner Gordon and Batman on the roof. And tell me that that doesn't look like the fucking Room. Okay? Tell me that doesn't look like the fucking Room. When Gordon comes out the fucking door, tell me it doesn't look like Tommy Wiseau being
doggy.
like, "Oh, you're tearing me apart, Lisa." Oh, hi. Tell me it doesn't look like that.
Want to play American football. Hi, doggy.
Oh, hi, Batman. That's good. That's good, spooky hippie. That's
Batman.
good. That's good. All right. I want to bring up in the record this In a Violent Nature movie.
He said I'd be blind fire texting. Same.
If you haven't seen, I've seen some clips, little teaser images, little promo images and shit of In a Violent Nature, and that shit looks fire. That's a horror movie, a slasher type beat. It almost looks like proto Friday the 13th type of thing. That looks fire. Sasquatch Sunset, I think, comes out real soon too. I was gonna look up a date for that. I'm not gonna do that right now. Sasquatch Sunset is coming out real soon though. Will you look?
Sasquatch Sunset?
Yeah, look up a date for that real quick. I was gonna get a date for that. WrestleMania. Frankie, are you going to WrestleMania next year? Because it's in Las Vegas, April 19th and 20th.
Y'all gonna make motherfuckers sit and
Huh?
watch wrestling without being able to smoke weed on 420? That's fucked up.
I mean, Frankie's going to figure out a way to smoke weed in WrestleMania.
April 19th.
That's when it's in theaters. When does it come on streaming?
Oh. I was like, that shit.
Just type the word streaming.
I got it. Thank you.
The Room will scar you for life. It's so poorly made. Or it's so well made.
Good.
Or it's so well made, it'll improve your life.
Yeah, I like it. It's really good.
Y'all would be embarrassed. I've probably seen The Room at least a dozen times. At least a dozen times at this point. I own The Room on both DVD and Blu-ray.
You can pay for it on YouTube.
For real? We can rent it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So we might rent this. It's a little late to be watching a movie tonight, but we're going to have to rent that. If we can rent it. Yo, dog, we're going to fucking rent that. So I really want to see that movie. If you don't know about Sasquatch Sunset, it's a movie that seemingly is just about following a family of Sasquatch in nature. It looks dope as fuck. Abigail movie was trash. I believe it. That didn't look good to me. Mm-hmm. Falling in Reverse did a song with Tech Nine. Did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Called Ronald.
I don't need to.
Called Ronald.
To be honest with you, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Right now in my head. I've never heard it, but right now I can hear it. I don't need to hear it. No, thank you.
Do you guys believe in angels? I don't know.
No.
Maybe. I've heard some weird paranormal stories of people encountering shit that you might call an angel. I'm not moving on from this point. What? That I'm misguided? Because The Dark Knight ain't so great? The opening's still really fire. The bank sequence? Bank sequence is still good. It starts to fall apart immediately after that. Tell me Christian Bale doing the growly hardcore Batman voice right after the bank sequence doesn't just ruin the rest of the movie.
Because that's so true, because like I was into it. I was like, okay, I'm in there, you know what I mean? I'm linked in, and then he was like and I was like,
I think I just poisoned a bunch of motherfuckers' opinion of this movie, because now they're gonna go watch it. Go watch it with my poison thoughts in your brain.
The last comment.
I believe in angels once it. Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
This man out here watching guys. I don't watch Vanderpump Rules. Okay. I do watch I do watch Guys Grocery Games,
He
though.
says he don't, but he knows all the people's names. Talk about DJ James Kennedy and wearing with a mustache.
Yo, shouts out DJ James Kennedy, though. That guy's the shit. He always be going to the bathroom.
Shut the fuck up. He literally...
I love how many times that dude's just like, I'll be right back.
He literally doesn't ever do that, though.
Frankie likes when Joker snorted coke. That's DJ James Kennedy's favorite part, too.
Where did you even see him do that ever? He's literally never done that.
Hey, in my mind, this is some lore I've invented just for myself. Oh my god. I've lost the plot, mate. All right, I need to keep going.
You're a worm with a mustache.
I'll be right back. Chris Calico and Tech Nine also reunited on stage recently. Chris Calico, Tech Nine for the Gathering of the Juggalos 25?
Only if
next year?
Only if they play one song.
Areola?
But no, that's not the song.
You want Caribou Lou.
You already know.
Yeah. Korn and Adidas, drop number 2 coming tomorrow. KornWebstore.com.
That should be sold out before Friday, huh?
I want to get the socks, I think.
Will it be sold out before Friday, though? Because I want to get a cute...
Well, if I put in an order tomorrow, is there something you wanted? Let's go look at it real quick.
Let's go find out.
This stuff's up there. Because those socks are looking kind of dope. Oh, that is not... There it is.
Give me the loot.
Where is the Adidas stuff? Oh, is it not up yet? Let's see. Korn.
Hey, we have that hot sauce.
Adidas. Drop. I know. We need to try it or something. Drop 2.
I know. Seriously, Frankie. He watches. He likes it. He can talk all the shit.
DJ James Kennedy is my favorite part. Oh yeah, there's the greener shoes. The Campus Boys.
Okay. I don't like those.
Those are all right. Green suit's kind of dope.
No, I don't
but
like it.
Hearing so many mixed things about the purple one. That shirt's kind of meh. But here's the thing: those green and black socks, though.
Ooh, oh, I like that.
So you want that long sleeve?
Yeah, fucking right.
So if I do sock order, you want that long sleeve?
Fucking right.
All right, we'll do that if I can get in. So I want those green and black socks real fucking bad. Those look dope.
I don't know. One time I was texting. I don't remember who I was texting. I think it was like my ex's uncle or something. And I was saying like, I'm sorry. Like I'm SOWWY. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it turned into I'm so wet. And I pressed send before I realized that autocorrect fixed it. So that was awkward.
So Drake versus Kendrick. Emily, thoughts?
Just seems like a bunch of grown men throwing temper tantrums.
That's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Who do you think won?
Neither of them.
Yeah, both losers.
I think that they both have valid points. I'm not gonna lie. It does not, like, fucking excite me the way it excites everybody. I am just, like... I don't know.
So...
This is the thing. He made a really good point when he said that Drake just, like, pacifies us all. Yeah. Because it's so true.
I make music to electrify him. You make music that pacify him.
And that's so true because I listen to Kendrick and I listen to Drake for 2 different, you know, when I'm feeling on 2 different levels. I'm listening to Drake when I'm just, like, cleaning the house and I feel like fucking rapping because I know every fucking word and being, you know, just like my own hype man. But I be listening to Kendrick and I be like feeling it, you know. So he made a really good point. Yes, everybody has known all the allegations about fucking Drake being fucking weird with young girls before Kendrick came out with this. And if everybody chooses now to stop listening to Drake because of what Kendrick said when we all knew that beforehand, and now you're gonna, that's kind of whack. And like you said, didn't they disprove the whole daughter thing?
Well, yeah, so Drake fed, man, since the last time we went live, so much stuff happened. Because the last time we went live, I think 616 in LA had dropped. And then Drake dropped Family Matters. And Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams.
Who's Brittany?
Who's Brittany?
I don't know. DJ Florida said, "I feel you, Brittany."
Yeah, I
What
don't
are you
know.
talking about? If you're talking about what I was talking about, no, I'm not Brittany.
But yeah, Not Like Us definitely hadn't come out at that point. So so much has happened. Like fucking Drake's security guard got shot in a drive-by, and his store got fucking spray painted up with Not Like Us spray paint. The OVO store in Toronto. Drake seemingly don't want to leave the house right now. He calls that being on vacation, I guess. Yeah, man, this shit is I think over. I think almost everyone thinks that Kendrick won. I think it's a moot point for, because what is it? Heart Part 6 is technically the last fire or the last shot in this beef. Wow, I think this is like, what is going on? Elgato's losing its mind right now. Is this the... Oh, what is going on?
Whoa. Drake knows we talking about him.
Yeah,
something's...
Let
Illuminati.
me see if I can get rid of that. Oh, we lost picture, y'all. Is it back? Oh my God.
Why is it doing it?
I don't know. Oh, it's getting weird. Is the audio still coming through? Can y'all still hear us? What are y'all seeing? Oh, it is still doing that there too, huh? Oh, that sucks. We still got some stuff to talk about. Let me see if I can fix this real quick.
What's happening?
Oh, that's why. Hold on, I fixed it. It was on Elgato virtual camera that whole time. There we go.
What did you do?
I changed it was on virtual camera, which is like a weird, it's like a secondary option. It's like a secondary option for some reason. That's why it was getting all weird. All right, so we're good now. We're good. Sorry about that.
Air, can you blow the other damn direction, please? You making my feet cold.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing. I'll send you that link, Frankie, that the story that I read, that it breaks down that whole Kendrick TDE strange relationship thing. Because there's an article that breaks that down. It's just like I don't know. It gets so into the minutia that it's like it's kind of not that interesting, but it's also sort of interesting at the same time because there's like a loose Juggalo reference there. Anyway, I'll send you that link though. I still have that link. Cause some dude on Reddit hit me up about that. Anyway, I think that's really all I have to say about the Kendrick fucking Drake shit. The death of Slim Shady. We haven't got a chance to talk about this. Do you think it's the last Eminem album? Or just kills the character?
I think of the last 5 years, every time Eminem put an album out, I thought it was going to be his last fucking album. I'm not going to lie.
That's funny.
Every time in the past 5 years, M dropped the album, I'm like, oh shit, he's still doing that, huh?
Do you think he quits? Or is this just killing the character?
I don't know,
Or does he even really kill the character?
I think this motherfucker going to be throwing temper tantrums for the rest of his life.
I don't think he can quit rapping. If we're lucky, it'll be the last one. Who do you think killed Slim Shady?
Young Money.
You think Weezy?
I think
Young Money as a label?
Yeah, I think being on them Young Money songs. That's when it killed it for me.
Who wants to take a bet that Eminem tries to get in on this Drake Kendrick beef? You think he tries to jump in that water?
No, hell no.
He tries to fuck around with
Hell no.
Because I don't think I don't know if he would diss Drizzy because he's given Drake props before for doing some favor to his daughter or something.
It's none of his damn business, and I think he knows it's none of his damn business.
Yeah, he probably tries to stay out of it then. I don't know. It'd be fucking crazy if he tried to jump in. Like,
oh my God, this is driving me bananas, y'all. There's a cat hair intertwined in my motherfucking eyelash right now, so just give me 1 fucking minute.
I'll talk about Team MUJ.
This is fucking
so, Team MUJ 2 weeks ago, Bridget To me, Bridget won. I've said this before. To me, Bridget won because she actually won the whole tournament. And this, like, going up against me and Cheese shit was, like, some extra shit. So to me, Bridget really did win the tournament. So congratulations to Bridget. I then was on Team MUJ again last week with Bridget, talking some strange, dark, and mysterious shit. Go check out those shows if you missed them. Yeah, man, I'm low-key thinking of just giving my trophy to Bridget at the gathering or some shit, because I feel like she's really the one that deserves it. I think I might do that. What do you guys think of this post from Fago? I feel like this is weird. Like, did the old man... Like, Jay always talks about this old man who ran Fago, who was really against them throwing Fago, right? This feels like weird shade to me. Step up and let it fly. The discs, not the Fago. You'll want to hold on to that. Like, it's so funny to me that this is like some weird, like, don't throw the Fago now. Like,
I think they got a new COO because this is the second hinting.
But it's also like it goes to the old way of thinking of Jay. Like Jay would always say, like, they would hit him back with, we at the Fago Corporation think that our soda should be consumed as a family and not be thrown around like that. Like I don't know. It feels like very much in that language. I can't tell. Like, it's referencing it, sure, but
I think they're trying to be cute.
Yeah, I think they're trying to, like, wink. They're getting the winky wink off, right? All right, let's talk some new music shit. This Ski Mask the Slump God song made up for that other Ski Mask the Slump God song that he dropped like a motherfucker. I really like this one a lot. Dope music video for this, too. Go check out Head Rush. Lil Titan has this new song, Tap Out, that he sent me. And King Zab has a guitar solo on this shit that is so hard. I thought it was dope that King Zab, like, actually, like, treated a guitar solo like a feature almost. I thought that was dope, that there's like a rap song with a guitar solo as a feature. Maisie also produced this shit. Go check this out. Tap Out, Lil Titan. Interview with Lil Titan dropped on the channel from The Gathering too. Go check that out. That was his first time seeing ICP, and I got his reaction the next day. Sizz with Juggalo Chronic. This song's fucking dope because he shouts out every member of the Dab Rangers in this, and it's fucking adorable. I gotta play you this fucking song because you probably not heard this yet, right? Yeah, I gotta play you this. It's so fucking adorable. Will Gates and Bridget Bites have a new song, We the Ones. It's the last single from Will's Pastor Gates 3 project, which I believe drops on Friday. Mikey, this is Mikey's cover art for Jug Talk 2, the album. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking dope.
Still waiting for...
So, I'm going to be on Jug Talk 2, the album.
My album cover.
Mikey sent me a song last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, last week. Yeah, it was at the end. So after That Shit Trash, That Shit Fire on Monday, Mikey sent me a song. And as soon as I heard that shit, I was thinking of rhymes. So no, that's a good sign if I'm thinking of rhymes, like, right when I hear it. So I started laying some shit down. I made like half of the verse that night, but I had more written. And then I finished writing it at work. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to hear this shit. We went hard on that. Yeah, I don't know when that song will come out. It might come out with just the album or whatever. I got to send my stems in still for this shit, but this shit was really fun. Shouts out to Mikey. I can't wait for y'all to hear that shit. Frankie Goldie, and Harry, aka Lord Heretic.
Oh, you ignored my comment.
I'm sorry. I'm in the zone. What did you say?
I know. I made a joke about my album cover.
What's your album cover?
Just your album cover of me.
Oh, you want to be on the album cover like that?
Duh.
Damn it, Mikey, you're setting this shit up for me, man. Now I gotta put Emily on a fucking album cover.
Wow! Whoa! Definitely not now.
See, now I'm dead. This is dropping tomorrow, French with Frankie Goldie and Lord Heretic. Go check that out. Pre-save gimmicks. All that good shit. This Friday, first ever Gloom unit performance in Las Vegas. Frankie Goldie, Acetune Boogie. Acetune? What the hell?
Acetune, singing them Acetones.
Singing the Acetones. Acetoads Boogie. Cheese House, Lord Heretic, Lil Titan, Willie Hayes, The Khan Dynasty.
Thank you,
and Incision.
waifu.
all performing at the dive bar.
Somebody thinks so.
What? M deserves to be on 50 album covers. Start rapping, bitch.
No.
You 10-piece. You're supposed to start rapping.
I can only rap one. Well, I can rap 2 songs.
What'd you think of 10 bands?
Pretty good.
Pretty
I
good?
I liked it. Oh my god, what was my favorite song? Hold on. I gotta go look at it.
My favorite ones are the Squad Joint and Fuck Up the Game. The last 2 songs.
I'll tell you right now. I'm about to rip this eyelash off.
Oh, there was another one too, though. Fuck, what's the other one?
Wakanda with that fucking motherfucking goddamn emoji.
Oh, it's the intro. It's them again. Yeah, I like the first song, Squad, and Fuck Up the Game. Those are my favorite songs. That shit goes crazy.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
It was...
Frankie, do you want me to bring that up? I'll bring it up. So Lord Heretic was on Twitter asking if he should paint. He said, and here's the thing. I have a problem. Well, I don't even have a problem. It's a slight
perpetually drifting through the void. Sorry, it's like scrolling. It doesn't fit on the whole screen.
That's your fave?
Yeah, that was dope.
So Lord Heretic tweeted out, I'm playing a Juggalo show, but I'm not. This is not verbatim, by the way. I'm not a Juggalo, but I'm playing a Juggalo show. Should I paint my face? Right?
You said.
And I said no. Because honestly, that's my opinion. You shouldn't do that. Because to me, that's corny as fuck. If you're not a Juggalo and you're like coming out with the painted face like you're fucking Chapo. Like, hey guys, look at me, right? Right, guys? Hey, look. I mean, you might as well just come out and start whooping obnoxiously or something. It's pandering.
Family.
So I said no, and dude like retweeted it like, oh, no follow back, and he just said no, he kept it real or something. And I'm like, oh, I don't want him to feel like I'm hating or something, like, so I hit him with the follow. And then I said something to Frankie about the shit, and Frankie thought I was hating. Frankie thought I was hating on him. I'm not hating on the dude. I'm just saying, if you're gonna preface it with, I'm not a Juggalo, but, I mean, I think you answered your own question, right? I'm not a punk, but should I spike my hair like a mohawk and go to the Mohawk show? I would. Yeah, you probably would. You're right. So maybe my point.
I went to the county fair when I first moved to Ohio because I was like so excited to do that kind of thing, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. And I got me a pair of overalls. I just ripped the slash off because it was bothering. Let's see if I can just like erase it.
Oh, that's what you're doing? I'm like, what is she doing?
Dude, it was bothering me. Let's see how long this fucking stays.
All right, let's finish this up. Oh yeah, I should have brought this up when we said call your mom earlier. Wraithy's got this Call Your Mom Mother's Day mix that she dropped. Go check that out on the Wraithy YouTube. Let's talk a little bit of Dark Planet, Ouija Mac. So on Team MUJ, Jiggy Fresh dropped a little bit of knowledge that if you call the numbers, the Anamoya and Dietrich numbers, you will get messages that tell you to do scroll keeperly things. And I saw that Ouija dropped a commercial earlier today, basically encouraging you to do the same
On this
thing.
chilling new discovery that could completely change our understanding of the cosmos.
Dark Planet Time-Space research engineers have revealed something that will change our understanding of life itself. We are not sure if they are time-traveling to a future after the extinction of mankind, or accessing a dimension where extinction-level cataclysms have recently happened, but it is an empty Earth, void of anyone else.
So yeah, call the numbers, call those numbers. You can do scroll keeperly things if you're into doing the scroll keeperly things. The Ouija wrestling merch did go on to chapter17.com. I don't know if that shit's still there. It might still be there. Yep, that wrestling shit.
317
I already got them both.
Oh yeah.
I got them shits. Yeah, I got the 317 and the fucking cactus sack one. Had to get them shits. Still got all them hats and shit too.
I wish I didn't look stupid in those hats. But
Yeah,
I look so stupid.
I just don't like rocking hats, man. I don't know. All right, I need to finish this out. We almost done, y'all. Oh yeah, the Ouija Mac tour. Ouija Mac Boom Shaka Laka Boom. That's not what it's called. Boom Shaka. Coming out in 2 days, May 17th at 3 p.m. Directed by King Zab. And it looks like it's probably going to be a Juggalo Ohio 2 music video from the looks of things. Because it says special thanks to all who attended Juggalo Ohio 2. So that should be dope. Curious to see how that turned out. Juggalo Ohio 2 vlog stuff dropping from me soon. Revelations tour going down here in just 2 weeks. Something like that, starting on the 30th. 8 Corpses will be opening for that shit with Darby O'Trizzle.
Bearer Bead. Bearer Bead.
Oh yeah.
Clara Treed.
She thinks 8 Corpses really sounds like Tara Reid, and she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
It's almost like Tara Reid and Shaggy the Airhead had a voice baby.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If you were at the JCW Lunacy tapings, there's some more going down in Harpo's in Detroit if you want to continue going to these live taping type gimmicks. Apparently these were really fucking dope to see go down. Team MUJ were really fucking putting these over. They're doing more at Harpo's on June 22nd, Saturday, June 22nd, probably taping another round of the TV show, Party Till 2 a.m. with Darby and Wacko the Kid performances going down this time. Oh, and DJ Clay. DJ Clay probably going to do his EDM set, I would assume. Play that Linkin Park song, I would assume.
Play trap music that they use that's royalty free on Bravo.
Oh, no. ACW Live Pro Wrestling. Jay having an appearance there on June 28th. But also doing this Parapsychon thing, which is a paranormal con in Mansfield, Ohio. I looked up the other attendees. This is weird as fuck to me. So I've seen posters with every attendee on it, and for some reason Jay's not on it. Every other name, and I'm like into the paranormal, you know? I like know a couple of names of people who do or write about this stuff or do podcasts about this stuff. Not a single fucking name on this entire list do I recognize. Not a single fucking name. Now, I'm not hating on anyone booked for this con. I'm just saying that Violent J's by far the biggest name
Frankie said he
booked
has
for
a
this
song
con.
with Zab where he raps.
Zab raps? He's capping. He wrote it in all caps, so that's not true.
That's funny.
He wrote it in all caps, so I can't believe that. He's lying again. French out in 2 hours. See, that's another lie.
Why you always lying?
Revelations tour June fucking 8th. Yeah, that's not true. That's not true either. The only part true about that is the 8th. He's going to have an 8th in Las Vegas. He's going to have an 8-ball in Las Vegas. All right, I'm dry snitching now. Mercules. You guys know Mercules? This guy Mercules. What are your thoughts on Mercules? Anyone got any thoughts on Mercules out there? Thoughts on Mercules? Thoughts on Mercules?
Got no thoughts.
Mercules leaked that he's going to be playing main stage at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Didn't he play last year?
No, he played at Hallowicked.
Yeah,
we saw him do the Hallowicked pay-per-view thing.
Right.
That's cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Mercules. He seems dope. I'm curious to see him live. So they're reaching out to people, it seems. I've seen other people leak that they're going to be performing on various stages on social media. So I would assume a gathering announcement or lineup before the end of the month is still on schedule. My guess will be Memorial Day, right? I think Team MUJ was saying that they historically like to drop it on Memorial Day, or they've dropped it before on Memorial Day. That's probably a smart time to do it. So I'm guessing before the end of the month. Like Team MUJ was saying, Memorial Day probably being a hot for the ship. I mean, I'm almost certainly going to end up on that pirate ship stage for sure. Those are the homies over there. Shouts out to fucking Clockwork E and Juggalo Show and fucking Shankside and shit. Especially if they're over by that fucking... actually, let's just bring that up because I think we're almost there anyway. If they're over where I think they're going to be at... By the way, updated map. Look at that. Look at that updated map. You see that, guys?
So cute.
Look how they updated that map.
Mm.
So they actually... They made the whole campsite right there bigger, right? They expanded.
Mm-hmm.
That fencing got a lot bigger. So yeah, if that Ship of Fools really is going to be at where Forest Stage is.
That is Forest Stage.
I'm so down to play that shit.
So, can you sit on the rocks and on the actual cave and watch them? That would be dope.
I don't know, Whoopconda, if that's true. I know he's involved with, obviously, it being official.
I guess we'll find out if that structure is permanent. I'm pretty sure it is, but I didn't know for sure. But I want to sit up in the cave on top of the rocks.
Yeah, that shit's dope. You can see that in the Juggalo Goes to Lost Lands vlog a couple of times.
When we're seeing Russ go.
Yeah. If you still want to request for me to be on one of the other stages, I'm sure you could do that. I don't think they're listening at this point. But sure, go ahead. Ask for Humble Among to be on main stage or be on Omen stage. I'm sure they're listening. They're not really listening. Tom Wood's Art Battle has been announced by Tom Wood as going down. I think he's asking you to send, if you would like to be a part of it, send 3 sample JPEGs to cs@tomwoodfantasyart.com. You could be one of 20 contestants to be on stage. Yeah. The homie Brian Red won this shit last year. I'm sure he's a favorite to win again this fucking year. Not with that.
But that year.
Yeah.
Right.
Not with that painting, though.
But he did that in the same...
I don't know when he did that painting. He showed up at the gathering with that painting.
Yeah.
I'm not being mean. I'm just telling you what happened. Tom Wood's The Float going down as well. Violent J and Darby O'Trill performing at that shit. Labor Day weekend. Rockville went down last week. ICP was in Daytona performing for that on Thursday. The next ICP festival performance is Aftershock in October. And Shaggy 2 Dope is on tour now. I think that was everything. There's a couple of things in the ICP gimmick here. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, yeah, Stranglemania. Stranglemania on DVD is on psychopathicvault.com. Just Stranglemania 1, though. It's not that 2-pack. It's not that 2-pack gimmick they were selling some years back. So I don't know if they're going to do Stranglemania 2 or do that 2-pack. Shags tomorrow here, your mother says. I would try to go to the float. It's tough, though, with it being Labor Day weekend because we're going to Lost Lands again. And what's Labor Day? Yeah, so that's like the fucking 2nd of September. And what, Lost Lands is like, what, the 13th, 14th? Jesus fucking Christ. Losing their damn minds. So yeah, I don't think that's possible to happen.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, it's just not possible. I'd love to go out to the float. The vibes seem really fucking dope at the float.
Maybe if I can quit my job.
Yeah, Scotty Dub, JCW watch along is a great idea, homie. I gotta fucking find the time. I gotta find the time, dog. We wanted to do watch alongs for the Big Money Wrestlers shit too, but you just gotta find the time, bro. It's so hard. It's now 10 o'clock and my night's done now. I just killed my night doing this stream right here. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, I think we're done. 2.5 hours on this motherfucker. So I think we're done. I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good night. Show love in the chat for Emily because Emily returned this episode.
Yeah.
Now she's going to rip off those Those lashes.
I've been wearing, because the people probably don't give a fuck, but my favorite lashes got discontinued. And
Those Walgreens ones?
And I've bought, well, they're Kiss. They sell them at other places, but...
Walgreens was the plug.
I've been on the hunt for a fucking pair of lashes that I like. And every pair that I've gotten sucks except for this one pair. And so I've worn these like 3 million times now. And there's a lot of cat hair. I love all you guys. Thanks.
All right. Love you. Bye.
I just started a fucking 12-hour overnight. Oh, dog. I get it. Get it. Clown heart.
You got up at what, 2 this morning? 2:30?
I got up at 2:15 and I got out of work at 3:15.
And I got up at like 5.
So that's what, 13-hour day?
I got up at 5 and worked until like 3:30. Yeah, I'm fucking exhausted.
I'm off tomorrow, my only day off. But I have off on a weekend day this week.
Oh yeah, you got her Sunday.
I had to bribe people to get a day off on a weekend. But...
We're gonna have a good weekend then. I can't wait for that shit. All right, I love y'all. Whoop whoop. HABS 136. Whenever enough interesting stuff happens to warrant doing one. Juggalo Goes to Lost Lands is up now. Go give that a watch, a Rooski. Make sure you hit the like gimmick, the subscribe gimmick. We still got to do the giveaway for that episode 2 episodes ago. And I got to send out fucking giveaways from EC Juggalo. God damn it, I need to get your address, dog.
Brittany, so they're the Kiss. I think they're called the like lingerie something, but they're the Kiss XLs, okay? They're big. Let me find the name of it. Cuz if you see them, like if you get, like, let me know. I will fucking Cash App you to get every single pair. Hold on.
They're losing their fucking minds over here.
Because, like, I am struggling right now. Press and go. Free samples, huh? Are you talking about lashes? Hold on. Chemise. I'll put it in the chat. If anybody sees the Kiss XL chemise, let me know. I'll Cash App you. Okay?
Will you message it to me?
Oh, I just put it in the chat. But also, yes. Thanks, guys. Love y'all.
All right. Love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good night. End broadcast.
Press and go. I'm about to go.
Bye.
I'm about to go look that up too right now.
End broadcast. Bye.